here we go. So, good evening, ladies, lords, and lasses. It is I, the deathly Shad, your humble game master, here with my lovely little co-hosts and players. Um, of which I'll proceed to name drop now. Agathar, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Percival, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Rencois, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Soren, say hi to le people.
My life is still permanent poison.
Just
So
pass
it
the
is.
save, Fivehead.
And Valen, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone. So when is Soren taking a level in Barbarian?
Who
Never.
knows? I don't. At
Whenever
any
his
rate.
when he has more emotion than a wet paper bag.
Oof. All right.
Wait,
So.
Soren?
Pot says to the kettle.
Oh,
Oh.
I heard Valen saying that. I thought he meant himself. My bad.
No.
Oh damn.
No, he said
Okay.
Soren. I'm offended, dude. Like, am I gonna have to turn it up to like 11? You really want me to do that? I'm kidding.
You
I'm
want him
kidding.
to
I
cry
meant
every
Valen.
second?
You're
I know. I'm kidding.
You're right though.
All right. So, when last we left our heroes, Agathar the Kobold Necromancer, Percival the Halfling Divination Wizard, Rencois the Rabbit Folk Druid, Soren the Rabbit Folk Samurai, Valen the Rabbit Folk Cleric, and Valen the Rabbit Folk Cleric, my apologies. Also, Rencois is a monk now, not a druid. Gosh, my notes, they're so out of whack now.
Fix him.
We'll get there eventually.
You
only said druid for what, like a
Two
couple of
sessions in a row.
months?
Yeah, right.
I'm sure it'll be fine. But when last we left our heroes, Betrayal! Soren's master has abandoned Vitrium for Caligran. In a stunning upset, when the party went to go meet with Soren's master, a Misaki Kurama, they actually they had a lovely little tea session, which was then quickly followed by Soren being told to meet her up at the mountaintop for a final lesson. At which point, the two of them crossed blades, and despite him rolling a natural 20 with his Vorpal sword, she was not decapitated. Instead, parrying the strike and avoiding the decapitation effect, and then retaliating with a single strike of her own that took down Soren in one fell swoop. Before she laced her blade with poison and jammed it into his guts, telling him that she was disappointed in him. Before packing up a crate that she had gotten for the Caligran military and flying off in a dropship. Yet, that wasn't the end of the story, for Soren at the very least. Whenever the party refound him, they found him stable despite the blade sticking out of his guts, and Rencois even realized that, unlike the poison that Misaki said she could or blade with, it wasn't wyvern venom, it was spider venom. Venom which is known to stabilize people instead of outright, killing them. And with that information in mind, and a newly awakened Hidari, Soren's left-hand sword of his paired blades, the party continues onward towards Mirzai. What adventures await our players? Who knows? I don't. Find out today on the Rains of Vitrium. And so, we come back to our players as they are inside of Percival's carriage, and it is currently trundling down the mountainside. I can't help but imagine that you guys might want to just kind of like do a minor time skip forward a little bit, if you want to. You don't have to, though. If you have any interactions you would like to do, or things you want to say or get out of the way before you get to that point in time, by all means,
Is
go ahead.
there a chance I could persuade you over something?
What are you trying to persuade me for?
There is a specific object I probably would have gotten while we were stopped. A spell component.
What spell component?
A ruby just shy of 1,000 gold.
You can roll by Morningwood and purchase that.
Yeah, alright, that's fine.
And you can just say that you just did that. I'm not gonna stop the whole session just to have you go into Morningwood to buy a single solitary item.
More than fine. And I did have something I'd like to do.
What did you want to do?
When I have a moment during the night, in a secreted away place within the caravan that no one else knows about but her. I suppose during some of the time we've been traveling, Percy's been copying spells and practicing them, and I believe I'd like to take a crack at writing up a contract.
A contract? For what?
I am going to be casting a ritual to summon something I would like to form a pact with.
Why don't you tell me what it is?
Percy's going to cast Infernal Calling to summon an imp and form a pact with them so they can meld their abilities with smudge. Essentially. So, it's...
Okay.
That's kind of what it's gonna be. As far as they know, they're just gonna be my familiar. There's clauses. I'm trying to see if I can sneak them in.
Okay, then, if you're trying to sneak in a contract, then I would say that would be a intelligence-based persuasion check.
Alright. Well, let me just roll something really quick before we get into that.
Portents.
Rolling important.
Yeah, there it is.
2 and a 9.
Hey,
There's the auto succeed.
you gotta know something is up when you roll a low number. It's just a matter of knowing how to utilize it. So that would be persuasion, intelligence. So it would just be a flat intelligence check because I do not have it proficiency my persuasion skill. Most everything else is though. So let's see here. I'll lucky that.
Sure thing.
Oof.
No, not better. That's fine. 14's okay. It's
Alright,
an
then.
imp. It's an imp.
That's what they all say.
Accidentally summons a demon lord. Valen.
Well, I have a book on infernal summoning, so I don't think I'd fail.
So, first of all, how are you casting Infernal Summoning when it is a 6th level spell?
Infernal Calling's 5th level.
It is?
Yep.
I thought it was 6th.
Nope.
Okay. Alright then, fair enough. Go ahead. Go ahead and ping me the spell, please.
I have not copied it over yet, but I can copy paste it from 5e Tools to you.
Post it in the Roll20.
Sure.
This way our beautiful audience can see. Oh dear God.
Yeah, it's not a small
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, it's a chunky lad.
Okay.
I regret everything.
Choose a devil type, one of which must be a challenge rating of 6 or lower. Yeah, da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-da. The devil is unfriendly towards you or your companions. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da. On each of its turns, you can try and issue a verbal command to the devil. No action required for you. It obeys your command. You Let's see. Okay, so yes, by all means, burn. I think it would be what? 5, 10, 15, 20. 1,500 gold pieces, if you would,
What's the 500 for?
to copy the spell into your spellbook so you can actually cast it.
It's 50 per spell level.
Yeah, 50 per spell level. That's
15, 20, it's 25.
oh, it'd be 250. It'd be 250.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fault.
I already
I thought it was
subtracted
100
the.
for some reason.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure. So yeah. Okay. Now I need to get my creepy music back. Give me a minute. Creepy music, where do you go? Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Cue the imp running around.
Well, he's under my command.
You
for
need to
the
make
hour.
you need to make a check to give him commands.
That's aware, so I'm aware. But he's at least friendly to me, so long as he's under my command.
It says it is unfriendly towards you and your companions.
If I fail,
The devil is unfriendly towards you and your companions.
eh.
Just straight up.
Yeah, but I'm not summoning
It
him to fight
obeys?
anything.
Yeah. Which I know, and I will take into account. Bum ba bum 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 bum. That. So, you draw these runic glyphs onto the ground. You present this ruby, and you feel a twisting knot in your stomach of both nausea as the scent of brimstone and sulfur fills the air, and you see this kind of wavering line in the air like a heat shimmer before just belching out from nothingness as your ruby is reduced to ash in your hands is a small portal that just kind of like just like spits up a winged red-skinned imp-like creature that just kind of like looks at its hands, its little 4 clawed fingers, and just kind of looks up to the sky, well, to the roof of whatever room you have it in, and it's just like,
It is
freedom at last!
not really. The room he's in is stone brick from wall to wall, circular in construction, and the ceiling is a mixture of stone and wood, with a singular stairway that is folded in.
Oh. Is that my voice now? Ooh. This plane is taxing on oneself. Yes.
You see this red-winged creature just kind of like shudder and just kind of like stand up straight before its wings spread outwards and they begin to flap as it just lifts itself up off the ground and just starts to fly in a small area before you.
I sense you're quite strong if you want to summon me, of all things.
Kind of tilts her head. How do you figure?
I know the arcane. I know magic. I know tier 6th. I know tier 5th magic when I can see it.
I suppose.
You think me a fool because I'm an imp of all things?
No, I think you'd be more inquiring why I would summon you and not something far more powerful.
Considering the state of the room, you're not in the middle of killing anything. And I make a terrible assassin. Why else would you summon me? Oh, I think I know why. You want to form a contract, yes?
In the manner of speaking. I have something
give you
written
a
up for you to
different-
review. And she produces a lengthy stack of paper, like a thick, like almost like a small paperback book esque packet.
Oh, I see what this is. One of those wizarding types. Hmm. Trying to get me to read and sign a contract, but I'm not exactly aware of the legalese in it.
You are a devil, are you not? I believe this is common practice. And as far as
Yes.
wizarding goes, yes, I am also a practitioner of the dark arts.
So it seems. You know, I have a better idea than signing your contract. Why don't we draft one ourselves together?
I spent quite a long time writing this up. You could at least read it.
Hmm.
I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but do you believe you could not rustle your way through a few pages?
Oh no. I'm pretty sure I could. But
If
I
you're
may
so sure you want your own contract, I'm certain I can get a few pieces of loose leaf paper and a crayon for you.
Eyes narrowed.
Wow, you're a real bitch.
Oh, no,
You're like,
I am
you're
summoning an
like
imp
one
out of the goodness of my heart.
Yes, so it seems. Yes, yes. But no, I'm at least clever enough to know that even if I were to look and read through this contract, examine it, you'll probably have some magical mumbo jumbo that's gonna make me not see something, illusory script, a few glyphs of warding here and there, something.
Please, I am a woman of substance. If I have hidden something in this contract, it is in wordplay and not simple spells. If you are ill prepared for a battle of wordcraft, I can look for an imp with a bit more intelligence on them.
You know, it really is quite fun to think about you looking for someone else. Sure, if you wish to, you may certainly go and look for another. However, you summoned me, and if I see your portal again, I'm gonna poke right through it. I'll tell all my little imp friends of who you are, and they'll send me in first.
You know I can shackle you to this realm in an uncomfortable place.
Hmm. Don't threaten me with a good time, honey.
Hmm. Are you going to read this or not?
No, we can make a new one.
Kind of like exhales through her nose.
You're clever, but you're not the first person to try this with me.
I have an hour to do this before the spell wanes and you're just free to flutter about. I don't have time for this.
Oh no, if the spell ends, I just go back.
And you want to write out an entire contract in an hour?
I'm
It's going to
very
be a
quick.
page long.
I'm very quick with my hands. I can make it as long as I want. You see him kind of like snap his fingers, and out of the air just twists a barbed pen that has like black, like iron wrought symbols and glyphs glowing along it.
Present me the paper.
Fine. I look through a couple of sheets, and I hand him a. I hand him like a couple of sheets of paper.
They grin. They take the sheets of paper and they begin to just. And before they begin to scribble, they say,
You know, common courtesy, but you'll want this written in common, I presume.
I don't suppose you'd care to write it in half one, but yeah, something I could understand.
I could write it in halfling. They begin writing it down in common. A few scribbles and scrawls. And they have a page. And then they flip it over, make another page. They flip it over, make another page. They flip it over, make another page. And they have written 4 pages in the span of a minute.
Mm-hmm.
At which point they flip it around and they hand it back to you.
There you go, my little contract.
I look it over.
Alright then. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. 25.
25. So, this contract basically says that this imp will be your servant and your familiar, because he presumes you're wanting him as your familiar. Why else would you summon it in? And in exchange, if you are to die, he gets your soul.
Okay. I look at the bottom. There's space for both of our signatures, I'm assuming.
Yes, there is. Although I will say with that 25 investigation, it does say if you die. It does not mention if you have any clones active.
No, yeah, I
You
get
would,
it.
you could, yeah, okay. It's one of those things of you can presume very easily that straight up you die, you're just gone because he takes your soul afterwards.
So
No
I read this contract. I pace around a few times, and I am going to flip and switch out the contracts for the one I made. And as I turn to him, I sign my contract where I'm supposed to sign it. As I hand it to him, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force.
So he saw you switch out the contracts before doing it.
I could, like, I'm attempting to be subtle as I'm moving about the room.
Also, he currently has his hands on your contract.
He handed it
You
back.
didn't hand it to him.
I did not hand him my contract. I handed him paper.
Oh.
He never read it. He just said no, because he kept saying no.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, he forgot. I would say you would need to roll a sleight of hand check on that one to get him to not notice it before you cast the spell.
Alright. God, I need this to not suck. Well, here goes my second lucky.
Roll 20. So you said you needed it to suck.
God damn it.
Ooh, that's not good enough. You hear from across the room, "Ah, da, 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 da. I see you swapping them around. If you have issues with the contract, you can simply tell me. I'm sure we can work out an arrangement."
Rolls her eyes. Your contract is horrible. It's about 4 sentences long, and it works in your favor.
Not exactly. You're ignoring all the legalese that went into it.
Yeah, no, I know how to read. But I have
And
half
why
a
wouldn't
brain.
I? Yes, and why wouldn't I want it to be in my favor? It
Yes,
takes a
I
lot
know.
to get to it takes a lot to go up in this world, especially in the hells. You need soul power for it.
Soul power, is that right? You're an imp. You're like the lowest thing on the totem pole. You're someone's bitch down there. And I'm offering you a chance to not have someone berating you in such a terrible manner. I am assuming that the devils do.
You would think. My master is very kind to me.
Oh, well, aren't you sweet? Should probably find someone who's a little more downtrodden and not so prim and proper. I didn't realize I was dealing with someone's pet.
Why, just 20
Mm,
years ago, he gave me a single head pat.
Yesterday he gave me a thumbs up.
And then 2 hours ago, he gave me a cookie.
He gave me a doggy treat.
Look, honey, I understand if you want to rearrange things on the contract. I'm more than fine to work with that, but you have to give me something to work with so I can
I
move at the
have a
proverbial pecking
contract
order.
right here. I drafted, and you wouldn't even give it the time of day to look at.
Exactly.
So why should I give you any?
Eh,
You're wasting my time.
because. Oh, no, no, no. Honey,
You
let's
are.
be honest. Let's be honest here. You're the one who contacted me. As for an
Yes.
imp specifically, you're
You're
the one in
not the
desperation
only
in
imp, you
need.
tiny little thing. You're a fly on the wall, and that's what I want you to be, a fly on the wall. But if you're going to be a difficult gnat, I will find another one. You are not unique. You are one of many.
Oh, dearie, 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 dearie. Did you know that magic has a signature?
Yes, I'm aware magic has a signature, you dolt.
So what do you think is gonna happen whenever another caster with the same signature casts the same spell tomorrow with their precious little 1,000 gold ruby? I'll show up again, and 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 again, again, and again, 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 again. Ha! Because, honey, that's how the hells work. We're supposed to be little annoying little gnats. All I ask is for something. It doesn't have to be much.
Fine. I start writing and scribbling, crossing things out on his contract, redrafting it.
What do you add?
I pretty much just make a watered down version of what I had written on my contract.
Okay.
I can
Which
tell
was
you.
basically. Yeah, go ahead.
Essentially, I instead of like making it all very eloquent and difficult to understand, she just writes out pretty plainly. You submit your body form and abilities to Smudge, and in return are essentially given a lesser form of immortality and the ability to feed whenever you like. She's basically giving him like the worst deal possible.
Okay. Oh my, this is kind of funny. We have two people trying to give each other the worst deal possible.
When she finishes and
And
hands is like, and for a little style, and now she'll cast Phantasmal Force on him.
Okay.
He rolls
Alright.
a 2.
Okay.
I didn't realize devils can actually make deals with other devils.
He takes it, and
It is perceived
see
to be
him-
almost exactly like he envisioned it would be, with minor changes that don't make much of a difference.
okay. He looks at it. He hems and he haws. And he drags his fingers along the paper.
Dearie, dearie, I thought you would at least try a bit more than just this. This is... Well, this is no fun if you just get the
Where's that
same contract
controller
back
again?
with just a few minor adjustments. You didn't even take away the part where I
Is
was
it
going
kind
to
of
eat your
expensive?
soul should you
Yeah,
die.
I don't need it. It's
Fine,
not even
It's
on.
alright. You
We
need
have
another
places to
monitor.
be.
I know, right?
Places
I
to
got
be,
two, and I
things
need
to
another
do. This is no fun.
And you'll find very quickly I'm not very fun.
That's what you say. But funny thing about that, people take notice. And well,
There's a reason why you would only get me if you ever used your spell again. Let's just say there are people who are invested in a little chaos.
You sure talk a lot.
Oh, do I?
Sign
I
the
didn't
paper.
realize I was talking so much.
Are you going to
He-
sign or what?
He flicks the paper. And I have a question for you. What's the duration on Phantasmal Force?
It's a minute.
1 minute. He glances down at it. And reads it again.
Is it
Oh.
is it past a minute?
Mm-hmm.
If I feel my concentration end, I just blight him.
Jesus.
Alright, fair enough.
Waste
what-
Fair play.
fucking time and money.
What's your damage?
He's
Enough.
an imp.
No, I'm asking you to roll your damage because it might matter.
He doesn't.
It might.
43.
43. Okay then. He can still save against that and live, I think.
No, he's an imp.
I
He's got 10 HP.
He's got like 10.
You're assuming you didn't summon a top tier imp.
I summoned a lowly shitty imp.
Yeah, okay. Top tier imp.
Turns out it's one day away from being a barb devil.
Yeah, right.
He failed anyway. You see him look at the contract, look at you,
He's
and
from
go.
hell of a boss.
And you see him look at the contract, look at you.
God, it's
Oh, well, that was well, that's a fun time, dearie. Oh, and now you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
And then he just
Waste of time
Just
and money.
goes back into sludge.
Resources wasted on horrible, shitty people. No help these days. You'd think a devil would
Imps
like to
and
wheel
devils,
it.
my man.
I need an imp with some fucking backbone and not some talker.
He was wheeling and dealing with you.
No,
you
he
jerk.
wasn't. He wouldn't so much as read my contract. That's not wheeling and dealing. That's being a lump. That man was a
No,
lump.
he was. Oh,
I don't
look,
think
look,
any
here's-
devil would actually be like okay with someone else writing the contract.
Exactly.
Well, then
That doesn't
Anyway.
seem like a devil thing to do.
It would certainly be a devil
Oh.
thing to do. They would love to find a loophole in a contract someone else wrote and exploit it. It'd be even better
Yeah.
for them because they use your own words against you. So I just feel like I wasted a bunch of money on nothing.
I don't think it consumes the ruby, does it?
It certainly... Oh, doesn't it?
It says a
No,
ruby
it-
worth at least 1,000.
Yeah, it doesn't say which the
It
spell
doesn't actually
consumes.
say, so I think you still have it.
Hey, yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
God.
well, shit.
Yeah.
You know what?
Why do I feel
I
the
don't understand. I
Why do
don't
feel like
understand
would?
why it wouldn't consume that material component. Every other conjuration spell would.
It doesn't, though.
No, it doesn't. Not every
Don't make me
concert.
adjust things.
Hashtag not all conjuration spells.
Hashtag no. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway,
Hashtag should have checked the
yes.
ruby.
Should have checked the
Hashtag
material.
should've checked the
Should have
ruby.
hashtag should have checked the material.
Anyway, so yeah. Indeed. You go to sleep for the night. I have a question. Are you wanting to do any more demon summoning throughout your trip?
I'll make one more attempt, and if this asshole pops up, actually, you know what? I summon like a better demon, and I asked the seat to essentially make a contract to conscript one of their imps instead of that one, because I have a Exodus is like I'll summon let's see here.
I'll summon shithead.
Probably like a barb devil or something, and it'd be like I'm looking to contract an imp. There was one really shitty one who wasn't good at making deals, really dumb, looked like this. I wouldn't want to make any offers with this one. You know, have any imps you'd like to sell? Monetary cost, favors?
The barb devil's just like, oh, I know you. The one
You
above
blighted
me
Richard. Good shit.
told me about you.
Above you? You sure it wasn't
Oh.
below?
No, no. Hierarchy is my good little green friend.
Are you telling me an imp is above you?
No, he's below me. But if you wanted him, I can get you it. You're gonna love this. What are you gonna give me for it?
Let's see here. We have an event coming up that could be lucrative for you if you're willing to supply the materials for collection.
And what event would that be?
What's the name of the city?
Morningwood or Providence?
You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh.
The one that's
That's
about
it.
to go nuclear.
Yeah, no. She doesn't have to. Yeah. That city. Yeah, no. He's just like,
Okay.
It would be a one-time purchase. If I'm making an amends for this sort of deal, the price I am paying you is far greater than that of what I am receiving, so I would be due recompense in the form of either monetary gain or aid or favors in that pursuit. I can write up a contract if you're feeling more applicable than your strange small friend.
Sure, if you want. I can actually write one up for you right now. It'll be real simple. Get me about, I want to say, 200 souls. By any means. And I'll get you it.
Alright, let me see the contract.
presents it.
I write in a few things that I need to be supplied with the means of collecting them, and all that jazz.
I mean, like, that was already written in.
Yeah, I also require favors and monetary assistance, as well as the imp. To be used
Okay.
and done with as I see fit.
Sure. That's gonna cost you a few more than 200 souls, but I'm sure they can. I'm sure you can come with 500 souls.
All three. How much am I getting? Cool place?
2.
Gold-wise, in resources towards the ends that you're trying to get to, 100,000.
100,000 for 500 souls? It seems a little
That
high.
includes the imp and the collection method for the soul.
I mean, the imp is like, what, 250 gold? It's kind of like wavers her hand. I mean, I guess I can understand for the collection method, but that's more of like a means to an end. The gold should be More substantial than this. 200,000.
150.
175.
Eh. 600 souls in that case.
Thanks for a moment. What's the range on the object?
Citywide, baby.
How big a city?
I think it's gonna be big enough.
300,000.
Sorry, you're asking for 300,000 souls?
No, gold.
Oh. Hold on. How does the collection method being bigger than you anticipated equate to us giving you more money?
The population is higher than us.
Yeah, so? Never mentioned capacity.
Well, how many is it for 300,000 gold pieces?
Oh, baby, honey. Honey dearest. If you want that much money. Oh, jeez. Well, you better do what you're gonna do. Otherwise, things will happen.
Kind of like rolls her eyes. Oh no! Honestly, I need 400,000, but I don't believe that the weighing in here will come to about the same amount. But I can make that much with the rest of my endeavors. You're taking a chunk out of it. If you realize that there's more footwork I need to do on my end, and you're alleviating some of that. So don't come looking at me like you're footing the bill entirely. Oh, and there's a particular imp I would like for the purposes. I think you know who.
I might know it.
A particular one. Perhaps the one who told you about me. I think I would like if he was the one I was given charge over indefinitely. No strings attached.
Sure.
Good.
I don't think he's necessarily gonna care.
He might. He might. She looks it over. How many is he gonna want for 300,000?
I'm gonna say the two of you work out a deal for 150,000.
100. Alright, fine.
175,000. There you go. You get your
175.
agreed upon thing. Yeah.
Good. Alright. I read over the contract and all that jazz. What's the full scope of how this is gonna go down?
Oh, the full scope? You basically just take this crystal gem and you drop it in the center of the city.
Sounds good. I sign the proper paperwork, get my monies, and my new imp friend.
You bitch!
Alright.
You went over my head.
As he gets kind of like pulled into reality once more, he just kind of like looks over at you like, "Oh, honey, would you look at what you did? You went over my head. You're breaking my heart."
I'm doing more than that.
Oh.
Is the contract signed?
Yeah, it's signed.
Smudge. Time to eat.
You acting like I'm not into this, honey?
Smudge
Oh.
envelops them like
Oh,
a
wow.
slime and then just takes all of their abilities and power. Like, their mentality dissipates. And now Smudge
No, it hasn't. It gets
That was
absorbed into that.
Yeah, but I mean,
part of them, what you said specifically is you wanted them mind and body to be yours.
Yes, to do
Well,
with as I see
You
fit.
got their, you got their body, and you got their mind too. They're free. You're freely yours to command. But boy, howdy, are they gonna be talking about it?
Well, no, that was the whole point.
Hmm. Double contracts.
Yes, I know. I wrote
Monkey's
that
paw.
in. I wrote that in, Shad. I didn't want to hear his voice. You don't add an
Well, now you
NPC.
get to. Well, now you get to hear my voice all the time, honey. All the time.
Smudge, quiet now. Their face hole just like sinks closed. No longer talking. You can't bellyache or moan if you can't speak.
Telepathic connection.
You think I don't have this?
Funny thing. He can't.
That's true. She doesn't allow it.
That's fine. That's fine. Everyone else can though. Ooh. Anyway.
He's only linked to me.
You asked for his ability.
Yes, to be used at my command.
Anyway, moving along. Yeah, you got your imp. You got your money.
5,000 gold pieces.
And they're all
you
in
got your little crystal gem.
and they're all in soul coins, not gold.
Anyway. Moving
That's Soul
along.
Coins Vitrium's premium currency.
Moving along. But yeah, no. That is that. And you just continue along your merry way. Making your way downtown. You pass by Morningwood. You buy some items and you're homebound.
Chad, your
Anyone else
mic
have
isn't
anything
picking
they
up
want
on
to?
stream.
Anyway. So, Shy, you were trying to say something.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was asking.
Proficiency in
I'm
alchemy
back.
and alchemy supplies. How long have you been working on it for?
I don't have hours written down. I just have. She was 2/3 of the way through already.
Okay. Then I would say if you spend like 20 of those 40 downtime days working on it with Percival after Puzzle Dungeon time, along with this past week or so, yeah, I could say I'd say you're done with it by now.
Huzzah! In which case, I would like to buy alchemist supplies.
Okay, you do so easily enough. You buy alchemist supplies. Okay. Valen buys a martial weapon to practice with. What weapon are you buying there, bub?
Just gonna stick with the war pick.
War pick? Boy howdy. And
Just for something different.
Okay. And any other last minute purchases from anyone else?
What are Boots of Evelyn going for nowadays?
Roll me a D100. Give me a high or low.
Low.
I don't
Go
even know
ahead.
how that clicked.
Damn it.
Oof. Nope, they aren't there.
Bad. Okay. Yeah, well, never mind then.
Alright then. So, moving along.
There was... I wanted to do something during this trip. A couple of things.
Sure. What do you want to do there, Budaruski?
Several things. Probably the first night, after the whole scenario with the master, as we're probably going down the mountain that night, I thought I was probably going to have a conversation with Soy Fang, and then he might talk to Soren the next day to see how that conversation goes.
Ooh. Okay.
And then after those conversations, Agar wants to figure out a way to either have he essentially wants to keep other necromancers out of. He wants to prevent other necromancers from controlling his summons, essentially, and he wants to maybe try to figure out a way to do that, especially with Soy Fang and Bell, to make sure like only he can control them. I would say control loosely, but like his goal is to not have them be taken away from him, if that makes sense.
Understandable. Although personally speaking, you don't need to worry about Soy Fang because she's technically not dead anymore.
Yeah, but Raimier also might be able to still yoink her, so
Okay, fair enough.
he's a little too paranoid for that.
Okay. So, talking with Soy Fang about it, she'd probably say something along the lines of like, I don't know. I was never privy to that knowledge.
Well, if it's okay, I might poke and prod with the connection to see how far it reaches, see what I can see. Not like I'm gonna, change anything. I don't, even then, I don't really understand this.
What a very roundabout way of saying you want to be poking around inside of me.
Well, it immediately turns red. He glances at the door. No, you know what I mean. Finger tap, finger tap, finger tap.
Do I?
Yeah, I think you do. Because, I just want to make sure that, Raimier doesn't take you in.
I understand, I suppose.
I guess since now we're kind of talking, you seemed surprised that I could go both ways.
Was I?
I mean, it sounded like it, sort of.
Not really, though.
It's.
You couldn't tell, but I was being sarcastic at the time.
Yeah, a lot of things was going on at the time.
Why? Do you feel some attraction to Soren? You do.
Yeah, I do.
What? That's crazy talk.
What? You're crazy, girl.
You can't hide it from me.
Yeah, no, he literally can't. He literally can't.
I can understand the appeal of him. He is very interesting.
Yeah, he is.
If you wish
And
to pursue, you may.
And you're fine with that?
What do I care?
Well, I mean, I'm in the relationship with you, and if you're not okay with maybe...
She just cocks her head. Yes, your point being. Am I
just didn't...
some jealous little girl who can't understand that physical attraction and romantic attraction are two separate things?
That's not what I said. I just wasn't sure if you were comfortable with that, and that would have been fine. Like, I'm not trying to say anything.
I don't mind.
I just don't.
I know where your loyalty lies.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm, just
I
gathering.
hope you won't leave.
It's not like, I'm gathering love interests left and right, It's not like I'm making a group.
Chucky.
Huh? Well,
Soren.
Okay.
Veronica. Myself.
I said no to Veronica, alright? that one I actually nipped in the bud, but it's like I love you, and I love Soren. Suleiman is just I made him
Hot.
too attractive. I made him too attractive.
There's
And
no such
there are
thing.
people. No such thing as too attractive.
Exactly. He
My
has
point-
DILF energy.
He does.
Fucking what?
Look, my point is, I'll only ever be with either you and, well, if he's okay with it, and Soren. I like the physical and the romantic part of us, and I want that with Soren, and that's gonna be it.
She
Other
pokes
things
him.
are just kind of.
You think too much sometimes, but I appreciate the thought, and I appreciate the concern for my own well-being and whatnot. But I'm fine with this.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you get an input because I don't think you had that before.
You're right. I didn't.
I'm just trying to be the person that you deserve, is all.
You are too cute sometimes. I must leave before things happen.
What things? He just starts walking out. What things?
No. He's just like, what things? She's already gone. Like he blinks once, she's just gone.
I look over and Belle is like playing chess with Doug, and she just looks over, just shrugs.
Hold on, let me check something real quick. Bella's winning.
Belle, you're getting really good at chess. We'll have to explore that later. And he just kind of,
She has gained levels in tactician.
No god.
I open her sheet and see she's now 9th level battle master. And then the next day, I'm gonna find Soren in his room, or I'm gonna go to Soren's room and then give it a little.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. Go ahead.
So, first question, is this still during his poison resistance quote-unquote training?
Yes.
Okay, is this in the morning?
Yes. Well, I don't know. Agathar, when is this in the day?
No, Agathar knows. He'll probably do it either in the afternoon. He'll do it either in the afternoon or at night.
Okay, go ahead and roll your con save.
And failure. Hey,
Hey, that is just barely a success.
just barely. Holy shit, man.
You're only poisoned for 6 hours today.
Hooray!
And for how much HP?
Huzzah!
Oh my god.
Just 31.
31
Only
casual-
31.
Only just a casual 31 points of damage.
You know, no big deal.
Actually,
He's got
no,
a
wait,
pretty
no,
solid-
wait, no, wait,
beat
no,
you
wait,
up
no,
right now,
sorry,
that's
sorry.
okay.
It's 15 because you passed the save.
Oh, true.
You take half the damage when you pass the save, so it's only 15 HP loss. You're getting better already, buddy.
Looks like it. So that's why he's not going to be rolling a wisdom save this time to prevent a panic attack.
Hooray.
Yeah. Speaking of, I would assume that this is probably like what? 1, 2, 3 days after the mountain, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think it had already been like 8 days by then, right? So it's been a total of 11 days. So he's almost done.
Just another 6 more days.
Was it 2
Just-
weeks or
2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks, yeah.
so? If it's been 11 days, then it should be 3.
It's
I
been
don't
8
think-
days. It's been 8 days in total.
It's been 8.
It's only been 8 days? Okay. Oh, that was including the...
That is including the
Okay.
3.
Okay.
You forget the carriage travels.
Still, you're halfway there.
You're no longer
Whoa.
you're no longer living on a prayer. So yes, please, by all means, you're doing morning. So later in the evening, I would imagine, around
Later
like
in the
noonish.
evening.
Okay. Soren, you're no longer
Yeah.
exhausted. Hooray!
Sweet.
I know, right?
But yeah, so I'm assuming Agathar knocks on his door.
Yep.
So yeah, it'll be a second before the door unlocks and opens, and Soren's there, and he goes, and he smiles and says, "Hey, Agathar, what brings you here tonight? Come on in." And he lets him in.
He steps inside. Hold on.
Soren doesn't actually close the door. He's just
Okay.
he's
just left to roll something. Hold on. Okay, she doesn't have that. Yeah, that's not below you. That's below your passive. You see the Bell 3.0, which I guess I'll just go ahead and describe. Bell 3.0, or Dread Knight Bell, as she's also called, is now a sort of like an 8-foot tall humanoid, or like 7, 8, 7, 9, humanoid figure who appears to be wearing like a suit of absolute full plate armor, where it's like kind of like on the bulkier side.
Did you pay
So
for
it,
that
like,
armor?
It's made out of bone. It is Belle.
Okay.
I changed all of her bones into that plate armor.
Oh, okay.
Just replaced her bones, but no big deal.
I didn't replace her bones. I just
Indeed.
changed their
Sorry.
shape.
It hurts, Father.
Don't you?
Please help me.
Continue, please.
And
That's my boy. Father, help. No, my boy.
Bell has like, it's not really like an intricate design. Maybe he hasn't really gotten to that. It's just more functionality right now. But it's like flat planes and no really intricate designs on this like bone plate armor that she has. But sitting between the large shoulder pauldrons is just Belle's normal head. And you see her trying to be stealthy, but not, giving Agathar a reassuring thumbs up, and then scurrying away. As Agathar goes to the bed and just kind of sits on it.
So like Soren just like kind of sees, like, I'm assuming Belle like scurries on away out of the room down the hall, right?
Yeah, she
She scurries down the hallway. She scurries out of the
but
room.
enough to listen.
No, she scurries out of the room, and then you hear a thud against a wall. As you can probably ascertain that she left the room and then just kind of like slammed herself up against the wall to listen.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That was what I was going with it too.
So like, but yeah, like Soren would basically just like kind of like not know what he's looking at, and just kind of like watch her like scurry away, and just with just these big wide eyes, as he then like pulls back into the room and looks at Agathar and he says, "Hey, what was that?
Huh?
What was that? What was that?
Oh, did I not show you the new bell?
No, not yet.
Oh, no, sorry. that was her. That's sort of what I've been working on.
That's Belle.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck did you do to her, boy?"
I sort of have her more as like a intimidating sort of bodyguard thing. And as much as I love the elk thing, but it's a test drive. If it doesn't really work out, then I'll change her back. But I'm just trying on a new form. I'm trying to have her, because when you see that escorting a small kobold like me, I think people are going to be steering clear of that.
He's just kind of like blinking blankly at you as you describe this, and then he says, Does she still have the armor function where she like surrounds you and acts as your armor?
Yeah.
Can I get one of those?
I could.
He holds up his hand and says, "I was joking. It's amazing. I mean, I want one, but I'm not gonna ask you to go through the trouble of making
Well,
one for little old me."
Well,
I'm not gonna turn it down, but
well, I could teach you to do necromancy, and after a couple of years of training, you could get up to that point. But I could, if given good bone material, I can make you armor.
He just kind of like warmly smiles at Agathar, closes the door, and latches it and comes in and just like kind of kneels down in the middle of the room. And he goes, "Agathar, do you honestly think that I'm smart enough to be any kind of wizard or spellcaster?"
I would give yourself more credit. You're book smart, maybe you struggle, but anybody can learn how to do this. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. I was surrounded by wizards my entire life, so I was quite literally bred to be a wizard. So, but given enough time, certainly I think you can do this, but your strength doesn't lie with book smart, it lies with street smart. Trust me, you guys are a lot street smarter than I am.
And Soren points at Agathar and says, "Hey, you got it. It's not really my thing. I stick with the brute force method because that's how I was taught."
Yeah, I tried to implore that a couple of nights ago, and it didn't. Bell kicked my ass, so it didn't really work out well for me.
Well, how long have you been doing that kind of fighting?
Not long. I
He
think. I think seeing Rencois get compromised and seeing what happened to you, I guess I got a little overzealous, and I just wanted to take the weight off of your shoulders, just for a little bit. I thought I could do it, but
Soren has kind of assumed a meditative stance, but he just kind of looks Agathar in the eye and says, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, but you know you already do that, right?"
he tilts his head softly. What do you mean?
"You're just here. You've helped me to get past probably one of the hardest moments of my life so far. It's still reels, but you don't I'll just say you don't need to be doing any more than you're already doing because it's done a hell of a lot, let me tell you."
Yeah, well, I have more to offer.
He cocks an eyebrow and says, "Now, you're not going to try that again, are you? I mean, if you want to get into fighting, then it takes a long time to get into that."
Yeah, I I don't know what I want to do. I People have been living my life ever since I was born, and now that I have an opportunity to do my own thing, I don't know what to do. I did I ever tell did I tell you I hate necromancy?
He fur he furrows his brow and he says, "There any reason why?"
He looks down for a second in thought and just looks at Soren, and he doesn't answer for like a couple of beats, and then he just says, "Because my parents were monsters. They were necromancers, and they murdered so many people in Viore. I'm from Viore. As much as I call Vitrium my home, I'm from Viore. And they killed countless people in the name of necromancy, in the name of making deals with devils, and the making, grow their own power. I was around that, and I saw the absolute worst in necromancy, and I never had a choice. They wanted me to be like them, and I never took to it. And when I was sent here, when I showed up to, when Mel found me broken, necromancy was all I knew. And it was the only thing that I had. And I hate necromancy because it's done so many terrible things to so many people, including to someone who I loved very dearly.
Soren's head drops at hearing this, and he looks a little bit lost in thought for a few seconds, and then he says, sorry about your loss.
Thank you. You remind me a lot of him.
He kind of draws back at that, and he says, hopefully in a good way. He says with a wry smile.
Yeah, Agathar smiles and just kind of shakes his head. Make an insight on Agathar.
Natural 1.
Natural 2.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, because Agathar is a very wow. For the first time in his life, he actually succeeds on a.
Soren could have advantage. Question.
Oh, you know what? You do have advantage because it's fucking Agathar.
Great, nat 1. Oh, nat 3.
Wow. Yeah, you don't. He looks at you.
Proficiency, for God's sake, roll 20.
Yeah, for real. What you do see is just this admiration towards Soren, but you can't really see anything deeper than that. You can't really tell what is being directed towards your way with his eyes. And he says, yes, in the best ways, yes. He had so many stories, and he did plenty of traveling, and he wanted to do more. And he was funny, and even locked in a cage, he still showed optimism. He was scared, but he never let it waver himself. And that reminds a lot about you.
So Soren kind of looks down at the floor again, and he says, it's been kind of difficult for me to be optimistic recently for reasons you probably already know about. But
You have every reason.
But my master, Misaki, taught me the ways of a samurai. She taught me how to fight. For 3 years of my life, I spent under her tutelage, and she taught me how to defend myself against the worst this world has to offer. She, as you know, just betrayed me for Caligran. And I understand that it could have been a lot worse. And she could have easily killed me, but she didn't. It doesn't really assuage the sting of the betrayal, however. But she's the one who taught me how to be a samurai, and in my younger years, I probably would have taken that reason enough to hate the Path of the Samurai itself. But one thing that I can easily say for you is one thing that I'm going to be doing for myself. You have taken necromancy and made it your own. I at first was a little bit wary of necromancy because of some of the stories I've heard, but you and Rencois, but before she changed her path, showed me that there's a better way for pretty much everything out there.
And there's Feebled.
Your your family, your parents, you say they did some awful things with necromancy, but and at this point he stands up and sits down on the bed next to Agathar and puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "That doesn't have to be your usage of it. That doesn't have to be how necromancy defines you. Because I'm not going to be taking what Misaki did to me and having that define the path of the samurai for me. I'm going to be taking it on my own and making it my own path. You have been doing the same with necromancy ever since I met you. Their path, your parents' path, in necromancy does not need to define yours. You know this, right?
When you put a hand on Agathar's shoulder, he turns a little red, but he is fully invested in what you're saying. He's been paying close attention, and then this is the first time he kind of looks down and then back up at you. I understand. I know. It was my goal at first to be the necromancer that proved that it wasn't an evil thing. But meeting you and Percival and all the people that we've met showed me that there's just more out there. And there's so much to do that I never really realized there was. And I think you're right. I know you're right. My parents' path aren't with mine, and my parents are probably dead. The night that things went down, we got ambushed by Dawn Guard, the necromancer hunting paladins. There's like a whole platoon of them, so they're probably dead. But I mean, you're right. I've helped create an undead that is gaining its own consciousness, and I resurrected a revenant, and now I'm dating said revenant, and I corrected a mistake, and I reunited a father with his children. It's just I can see why Valen avoids his past, because it really can muddle the present. But I just need to rely on the people I love to set me back on the right path.
And Soren squeezes Agathar's shoulder at this point and he says, "Aye, you do. That's what I've been doing. I was on a really bad downward spiral until both you and Rencois pulled me out of it. And I'm still a little bit in it, I think, but I'm much better off than I would have been without you two. Even if I didn't respond to a thing you said, which I'm sorry if I didn't. Or I'm sorry that I didn't."
You don't have to be sorry. I didn't know what to say. And I figured you wanted to be left alone. So, that's okay. You have nothing to be sorry about. And Agatha gently places a hand on top of Soren's.
He replies, I wanted to be alone, but I don't think that was best for me. And I'm seeing that now. But your path with necromancy is a good one. You have used your capabilities and powers to do good things. Now, whether some will argue if it's ethical or not is it's another argument entirely, but you had good intentions and you did some good things. And can you say the same for your parents?
They considered humans to be the pest of the world, so no, I don't think they had good intentions.
He smiles and then just like gives his shoulder a couple of pats and then says, sometimes it can take someone another set of eyes to give them another perspective. And usually another perspective is all it takes.
Yeah. You see Agatha start to struggle with some words, and he kind of continues growing more red. And Agathar kind of gives like I kind of get like a little chuckle and sigh, and just looks up at Soren again, and it's hard to hide. He looks nervous about something, and he looks up at Soren, looking him in the eyes, and he says, "You know, with everything that happened, I think maybe I wanted to be such a fighter because you inspired me, but I think now I know that it's something more. And I know how easy it is for things to go over your head. So I think I just have to say it. Soren, I'm in love with you. It's the reason I came in here. I can't hide it anymore. And I know I'm dating Soifeng, but I talked with her and she's okay with these my feelings for you, and she's okay with me. Well, if you're okay with it, for us to be more than friends. And it's okay. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to, think on it. I don't ever want to pressure, but Soren, I love you.
Soren,
Yes.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no.
All right, roll 20. I have proficiency in wisdom saving throws too.
Roll
Are you going
20.
to? Yep,
Nat
there it is.
2.
Yep.
Okay. So, first of all, neither of them are trying to take control of you. That'd be a charisma save. No, you
Aw.
just hear this debilitating squealing coming from the sisters as they're just like, ah! I knew it! And it's
As they kick a stack of paper with other like predictions under like a bed.
but it's one of those things of like it's so shrill and just kind of like in your ears and sonorous that it just kind of like makes you kind of go ramrod straight and just kind of go ugh, my head.
It's just the loudest tinnitus squeal.
Agthar gets a buzzing in the back of his head,
You're-
like, what's that?
you're basically paralyzed for about 6 seconds, and then you're good to go afterwards. But it's just like a burst of emotion from the both of them, just like snaps immediately, like a dam is just breaking out. You can kind of like tell from that rush of emotion that the two of them had been just in the background trying desperately not to whisper into your mind about some shit, about what they thought was going to happen, about what they thought was happening, but then it actually happened.
They should do.
Yeah, pretty much. And now that it has, now the dam is broken. It's just a flood of information of just like, oh my gosh, chapter 45. No, it has to be chapter 30. Chapter 30. Is this a chapter 20 situation? And they're just like, ah! Just running
rule
around.
34. Page 34. Page 34.
Yeah, their fanfic suddenly became canon.
Yes, pretty much.
So like, yeah, as this happens, like immediately after Agathar like dumps his soul out for Soren just like, as Shad says, goes ramrod straight with this look of discomfort on his face. It's like, and then just starts like putting a pinky in both ears and just like rubbing really hard.
Agthar totally takes that the wrong way. Just
roll insight.
yeah. Roll insight.
He is aware on some level that he has sentient weapons.
That's true. Natural one.
Oh my god, no! What have I done?
Wait, hold on. I have
Good
advantage
job,
for the sword,
Shad.
right?
You know what? Go ahead. You have advantage. Roll in the natural one.
Roll another natural one. Okay, it's a 10.
A 10. Yeah, you can tell that with him kind of going straight and then like rubbing with
He
his
kind of
ear,
grabbed his head.
like fucking with his ears. It's just like, oh, that's his sword doing it.
Yeah, he thought it was the worst for a split second, and then he reached for his ears
It's
to like
it's
clean
the
it out.
same. It's the same motion you have when Mel talks in your ear.
I don't know about that. I love it when Master Mel speaks in my ear. Anyway,
I love when Master
Especially if
another-
she's listening right now.
well, that's too bad because we're in the cart. She has no idea that this is going on.
That's what you.
Yeah, so like,
I was
So,
about
like,
to say
after-
it's a Shad NPC.
That's
It
true.
goes through.
Oh shush. There are
yeah, anyways.
limitations.
Yeah, so anyways, there like as like after that happens and like does Agathar just kind of like go, oh shit, stupid. Like,
He's about to do that, and then he kind of like, you see the gear turn in place, and he realized he kind of gives like he's like a red kobold right now. He is so like scared and nervous, but like proud of him for dumping his heart out, but he's also fucking scared. So he a little relief in his head, but he's just waiting for Soren to apply.
yeah, so like after a second, Soren seems to realize his reaction might be taken the wrong way, so he then like Bartali ear holes are probably close enough to where he can take like one hand and just plug his thumb and his middle finger into his opposing ears, and he just reaches over with his hand and just like kind of like puts it on Agathar's head and just kind of like, not really forcefully, but with enough force to like suggest he's just trying to keep him there for a second.
Yeah.
And after it winds down, he goes, "My gosh, they're loud."
I guess they approve, huh?
They're, let's just say they've been validated,
It's good
Both
to
of
feel
them?
liked.
even though Hidari just woke up.
I'm glad she's feels right at home.
Time passes
Right.
differently in the sentient swords.
She passes through osmosis. She learns through osmosis.
Well, Soren doesn't know that, so he still says that.
Don't worry about it.
So he just kind of like shakes his head a little bit and opens his eyes, and he's like, "Oh, right, now that that's over, You say these things soar over my head, and if you had said that to me, or anything else to me, maybe about, oh gods, 6 months ago, then anything that wasn't exactly what you said just now would have gone over my head. But I kind of knew.
Really?
I was able to pick up on some signals. I mean, you did last time say that I was attractive.
Yeah, that one kind of slipped by.
He smiles and says, "I could tell." And sorry,
No, go for it.
he kind of like just looks at the floor again, and he's lost in thought, but his hand is still on Agathar's head, and it slides down to his back and just kind of like pats him there for a second. He says, I've never really thought about being with a male before. It's not really something that I've ever explored."
Cool. All right. Okay, Agathor doesn't have an outburst.
Hold on. Soren, roll me 2d20s, please.
Alright.
If you prefer a woman, I can do that too.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I could be a girl if you want.
Oh god.
Roll20 hates me today.
It
I don't
really
wanna-
does.
No.
I mean, it always hates me, but-
Roll another wisdom saving throw.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Okay, good. You ignore Miki's ramblings about inexperienced partnerships.
Look who's talking.
But yeah, he kind of just like for a second just like closes his eyes as she starts like doing this and just shakes his head a little bit, and he says, like I said before, I've spent the majority of my life just traveling. Haven't really had much chance to explore that either way. But every once in a while I've caught myself, looking at some men and just thought it was just an appreciation, but I think it's something I still have to think about. But
Yeah, of course. I understand. I'm a kobold, so he just kind of taps his fists together a little bit. But it's okay. That's totally okay. If you need time to think about it, that's totally okay. I just, in the end, I value what we have now over anything. And so if it's too weird, then that's okay. The others were about to figure it out, and I think it was come to a boiling point where I needed to say something.
he's smiling as Agathar's saying this. He goes, "I wasn't finished." That's all right. I mean, you had a lot you wanted to say, so I figured I'd let you say it.
Yeah, I'm surprised I've held up as well as I have been.
So he's thinking about it. He's like, "We've been traveling together for how long now? 7, 8 months, something like that.
Something like that.
You've been really good to me, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Everything that you've done for me, everything that, like, just wanting to take up a martial combat because of me. It's flattering, to be honest. I never really took this path to impress others. But if I impressed you enough to make you give it a try, it's a hell of a compliment,
Thank you.
mean, if it helps, seeing you with Belle makes me want to take up necromancy.
Well, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to mentor.
I think that I might have to think it over, because while I'm not entirely sure, and I think it's just because, again, I've not really had much time to think about it. I can't lie and say that I'm not jealous of what you, Percival, and Rencois have. It's something that I've wanted for a while, honestly.
And I didn't know that I wanted it until I had it.
And he actually leans over and kisses Agathar on the cheek.
He turns so incredibly red.
2 more d20s, please. With disadvantage, so roll again.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Oh god, Migi is probably the most into the situation right now. So like, you hear ah, and just a small thud in your headspace, and you get the sensation that Migi has fainted. And
So, like,
and Hidari is like, wow, man, you killed her with romance. You sly dog. Oh, you're a rabbit though.
so like, if this happens, like the moment like Soren's lips touch Agathar's cheek, then like his eyes just immediately just like slam shut because of the cacophony.
It's
And
it's like a delayed reaction. It's like cheek smooch, lean back, maybe a smile, and then thud.
But yeah, so after it's done, Soren just kind of says, like I said, I've been kind of wanting that kind of closeness. So I hate to put it this way, but I need to think about it, but I do like you a lot. And if you ever want to just, come over, then all you have to do is knock.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, certainly. Of course. Take all the time you need.
Another thud sounds off in the headspace.
Yeah, of course. Take all the time you need. I am a kobold, so I can change my. Yeah, I'll let you think about it. Just I can. I'm a kobold, so I keep saying that.
The Soren picks him up in the middle of his tirade, and then just like pulls him close, like into his chest, and just holds him there for a second, and says, "You don't need to change anything."
He is even more red, and then just you feel his tiny cold arms sort of hug you. You do feel him like kind of give a little nuzzle into his chest.
And Soren, and when that happens, Soren does take one of his hands and just put it on Agathar's head as he does that. And after that's done, he basically pulls Agathar away and kind of puts him on the ground and just rubs his head a little bit, does one loving stroke of his head. And just doesn't say anything after that.
And with that, I think it's a perfect point to end the scene on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the admiration of newfound love between two individuals. Just
runs away and gives
as
Bella a high five.
as the camera kind of pulls out, and you know to like the doorway where Belle is just like slam. I want to listen in. Ah!
Ooh, eh.
Ooh,
Let me
eh.
Let me in. Let me in.
Pretty much. And you guys continue to travel onwards. The next day or so passes by uneventfully. You travel through what is known as the Rainbow Road. And the Rainbow Road, if you don't know, is basically a road that leads between Vitrium and the beginning of Mirzai, in which you guys basically travel along an area that is lit entirely by fairy lanterns or rainbow lights, which Vitrium natives would know are there to protect people from glass creatures, which are not exactly known to wander these parts all too often, but at the same time, though, it's better to be, cautious than not so cautious. But it is a road of rainbow lights that just kind of like goes from point A to point B. And at the end of that day, you guys leave Vitrium for Mirzai. As I transition the map over.
And we hear a knock at the front door. Oh, Soy Fang, I know you're in there.
Well, shit. It seems I do not have the map of Mirzai.
Like gasp, the DM, unprepared.
It will be fine.
What they twist.
Probably. I just need to poke my compatriot about this.
Yeah, I kind of got rid of all my maps.
Yours,
Roll20.
what is that?
Roll20 new Roll20 campaign. Who dis?
Mirror's eye don't remember where everything is.
So anyway, Belle's just bashing her head up against the wall, and it's like,
What is
I'm not
Valen
even gonna-
doing?
the
Belle just like scraping at that door, letting out a deep whine.
She makes the
quiet
noise.
down, Belle.
She makes the noise by grinding two bones against one another.
And it
Just-
just sounds like perfect common.
She's just
Hello,
gonna
my
whip.
friend.
She's gonna whip around and look at you, Valen. Just you can feel those piercing emerald green flames she has for eyes, just kind of like narrow before flicking like a blink would, and then just kind of like storming over and just poking you in the chest, and then just kind of like waving her hands about, just like exasperatedly before she pokes you in the chest again, and then just kind of like poke, and then just waves her hands around, and then just poke, and then just waves her hands around, and then just runs back over the door and just pamp, grind.
I ain't gonna help you.
Collapses into a pile of bones.
Harumph. Sits crisscross applesauce, just harumph.
No, not even crisscross
She just-
applesauce. She just collapses
She
into
just
a pile
makes
of
the
bones.
dry. Yeah, she just makes the dry bones sound.
Yeah.
Just the conk.
What a world indeed. Anyway, while I wait for that map to be delivered unto me, I'm going to move you guys over to this world map instead. Yes.
Hey, look, we're in Xanadu. We went the
No.
opposite
Wow.
direction.
No, you're not.
We're in
You're
danger.
over here. You're over here.
So, who wants to turn right around and head over to Ember Sticks to
And
see what's going on
then-
over there?
You move over.
Who wants to turn right around and
here.
go to Vori?
So,
We're
Where are all the dragons at?
Terandria, which is also in Vitrium.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. So moving your way over here to Mirzai, you pass through the edge of the forest and find yourselves inside of rocky, sandy terrain with a large grouping of mountains directly in front of you that kind of like lead up and over, which you guys would know is kind of like the mountain range before you get to Fort Providence.
This is unfortunately where Percy has to get out and actually drive this thing because we don't have a star map of Mirzai yet. Ah, well. Percy sets up like a lawn chair on the roof.
Like does what Mr. Bean did, like where he put like that lazy boy chair on top of
Yeah,
his car, and
yeah,
just
yeah.
had ropes tied to the wheel to the steering wheel.
I'd be not terribly far off on what she's doing.
Alright,
The
then.
caravan doesn't need much guidance, it just needs enough guidance. It self-corrects, it just doesn't know Mirzai, so it needs to be directed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's just outside with her shaded. She uses Presti on her glasses to make them shades. Has a beverage and is sitting in the shade of the tree that overhangs the top of the caravan from the back of it. I have to drive. Oh well.
Alright then. So you are driving. I mean, do you really need to drive your carriage? I thought you had to do a little
Yes,
star map thing.
But I have to. We built this thing together, Shad. I have to find a star map for Mirzai. I have one for Vitrium.
Ah, very fair, very fair. And
I'm following the rules. If I could just do it by that way and make it all super awesome, that'd be great. But I'm certain there'll be a star map and what's its face, that place.
anyway, it's actually probably for the best that you don't have a map of Mirzai yet. Let me
Right.
Because we don't. Because I don't have a star map. We don't have a map of
Neither
Mirzai.
does Shad.
I have a
Eh, we'll
map.
bother.
Actually, I just got the map right now.
Because you've been bothering Quest about it.
Maybe.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Map,
I'm the map. I'm the map.
And
I'm the
just like that, it's
map.
copyright.
I think I set like another like chair out if Rencois wants to join me with another drink and a little table between us.
All right then. So you guys sit down and actually, let me look. At
Not if they
this.
want. I don't know. I set one up in case they want to join, or if anyone else wants to sit with me while I'm up here.
Yeah, she'll be out enjoying the breeze, and probably like fiddling with like the new like alchemy equipment and like getting it all sorted.
You took very quickly to that. Not a lot of people
Well.
have the patience for distilling.
Well, I had a great teacher.
You did. I would agree with you on this. One is the best.
She'll like reach over and like kind of like lightly shove the side of Percy's head. Just because I grew bigger doesn't mean your ego needs to.
It didn't go anywhere. It's been about the same size this whole time.
I suppose you're not wrong.
It only seems bigger now by comparison now that you're larger.
Well, maybe, or you're trying to compensate.
Perhaps a little column A, a little column B. I also just like bragging. I don't get many opportunities to, and it's funny.
Well, I suppose confidence is a good thing now and again.
I would agree. That's a nice view. But I'd recommend enjoying it now. Once we reach that town, pleasant sights are going to be a thing we wish for.
I mean, I'll have one pleasant view at least.
Kind of like scrunches her face up. Okay. uh,
I'm talking about you.
no, yeah, I know. I just don't have a very good response. My wit ran out with the first one, I suppose.
This is a very rare occurrence.
It's like, oh, write it down and write it down in the logs. On this day, Percival ran out of wit. Shall we pick some up in the next town?
I hear it's expensive.
I guess one might say she is at her wit's end.
Boo! Out. I know you're the GM, but out.
I don't want.
We'll figure something out.
All right, everyone. So we're running my campaign next.
I'm
People-
picking up Rains of Vitrium.
People actually liked your campaign.
Eh,
Don't you give me that. I will fight you.
eh. You'll win because I don't fight. I don't fight back.
Good, neither
Are
do
you
I.
worried about the
Oh, hey.
trials to come?
Also, Valen, could you get that guy in the chat?
Yep.
Thank you.
To a degree, yes. But that's hardly new. I haven't, beyond, training, gotten to, test out Master Mel's work and see if any of this was a good idea.
I suppose pummeling wooden dummies is a poor substitute for in the field training.
Okay.
It helps me gather my form, and get used to having, significantly longer limbs. But it's a far cry from, trial by combat.
Okay.
Well-
So. Sorry, finish your scene.
Nah, I was going to say. Well, I have a feeling you'll be getting plenty of that soon enough.
Would it be too much to hope that we don't?
They say, hope for the best, plan for the worst.
Huh.
And I have only on a few
Well, then-
occasions been gifted with the best, despite planning for the worst.
Well, then we have a lot of planning to do.
I would agree. And we
Alright.
clink our glasses, have a drink, and then, yes, you may take the scene back, Shad.
Okay, so you
No,
guys
you can't have it.
find
Try.
yourselves traveling through a small forest on your way towards a mountain range. And this forest is full of completely dead and petrified trees. All of them. And along your way through, I would like both Rencois and Percival to roll me perception checks.
I would like you to roll initiative. Perception go burr.
Okay. Rencois, you have an 18 passive. That's good enough at the very least. With an 18 passive and your 17 regular perception, the both of you notice that among all these trees and all these various stone trees, and stone logs, and stone everything, there are statues of people in various poses. Some you see look like they're peeking around a tree. Others you see are mid-stride. Others are simply frozen in abject horror of a sight they were looking upon. And there are a lot of them.
I have a couple ideas out of character what this could be. So my question to you, Shad, would be which would be more appropriate, nature or arcana?
You can do one or the other. They will give you different results depending on which one you're going for.
Cool. I am much better at one of those. Wait, hold on. Do I have a... I think I have a thing. Where are you at? Are you this one? No, not this one. It is this one. Question, because it does not say this. Would I need to spend the key point before rolling to
You would
get
need
the
to
advantage?
spend it before.
Okay, fair enough. How many key points do I have at the moment? I've got 9 of them. Fuck it, we ball. I'll spend a key point.
You also get them back on a short rest.
Yeah, exactly. So advantage nature 17. The advantage was wasted.
So, with a 17 nature, you are able to ascertain that these statues are abnormal. They are not necessarily sculptures that were formed out of stone, but more a byproduct of something tampering with the environment or with the people in the environment. And the other thing about it is you would also note that these trees around the area seem to have been petrified naturally. And the other thing that you would notice, because of your 18 perception, is sometimes when you look around you, and then you look back to where you were just looking at, the statues seem to have moved.
Oh, I don't like that. That's worse.
Weeping
Oh,
angel.
This
God.
is some weeping,
Yeah, I
some
know,
weeping
right?
angel shit.
Nope, 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 nope.
Rencois will
Like, for example, you could have sworn that that one that was walking forward was walking in a more northeastern direction, but now it's walking in the same direction as you, even maybe going towards an interception type pattern of movement.
Percy, stop the cart.
Okay.
Or speed it up. One of the two.
If we're splitting up, one of us is going to go down inside. Give me a moment. Let's head in. I can set it for a short distance and get out of this forest. How far can we see?
You guys can see roughly 80 feet around you without trees blocking your line of sight completely.
There's no path? We're not on a road?
No. I mean, like, there is a road, but it's one of those roads of, like, You can tell the road itself was very hastily constructed, so to speak.
But there is a road.
There is a vague approximation of a road, yes.
Country roads,
Let's
take
head
me
in.
home.
So we head down. I give an order to the roost to follow the road on foot with its animated legs, and I will. I'll base. Well, where's the roost? I have a sheet for it here. Roost. Here we go.
Pull the lever trunk.
Wrong lever. Let's see here.
Valen gets
I'm
ejected out the
going
back.
to. See here. I'll get the stealth field going.
All right, for the next hour. So,
yeah, and I pick it. When we're gonna go. We're gonna go with mode shift. And we're gonna go escape mode for a short bit just to get out of this area.
Okay, then. You speed along with escape mode and you avoid whatever horrible nastiness I had for you guys.
Fine.
Yes.
Don't fight my thing.
There is safety within the roost.
Fine, don't get turned to stone.
Money well spent on my large home that moves.
Oh, that was my money too, by the way.
And
Thank you for this, by the way.
You know what? Now that you say something.
Fine.
It was.
Don't-
If I recall, the money was a gift. I asked for it. It wasn't a loan.
at any
Fine.
rate,
Don't reveal your mind to me. I didn't want. Anyway, I was just rolling fun.
I was just going to offer you a handshake, but I see how it is. Yeah, no. The carriage moves along at a very rapid pace, and you avoid whatever encounter I had planned for you. And eventually, your escape mode and camouflage wear off. And after about an hour of very expeditious travel, you feel the carriage uptick and start moving up a steep incline. As
We don't feel it, but there's like an indicator in the orb at the center of the table that tells us that we're moving at a sharper angle.
Yes, you're scaling up the side of a mountain going along a mountain trail.
Oh Lord.
There's
Well,
a ring
we've
of
reached the
around Near's
mountains. It shouldn't take much longer, a day at most.
Eye. Yeah. And after a couple hours of climbing up the side of this mountain, your carriage stops moving. And it indicates that there is a roadblock.
I pop open one of the windows and peek out.
You look out, you see there's a giant fuck-off boulder in the way.
Okay.
In fact, allow me to pull you guys over to the map.
How big of a boulder are we talking?
A boulder that you're gonna need more than just Soren to move.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking how big the boulder is.
It's too big for your carriage.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking how big the boulder is, Shad.
It's about yay big.
That doesn't mean anything. Just tell me what size class it would be.
Man, it's like fucking colossal. There you go.
Colossal? Shad, that's huge. Or something.
No, that's colossal. Like, you see Soren's medium? That's like colossal sized.
It's
A 4 square.
2, 3, 4 squares. It's gargantuan at best.
Am I still rolling con saves for the poison, or is that? Are
Yes,
we
you are.
past that point? Okay.
This is
But I reach out and
This is day, like, what? 11? No,
I think
no,
so.
no, 8. It'd
Is
be
it'd be 9 or
yeah,
10?
it'd be day 9.
Oh, Shad, you know what we can do?
What?
Francois can have a full-size token finally.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, give me just a second. Oh yeah.
Belle is medium sized now.
Well, Wallflower
But
should.
I can grow her up.
Wallflower should follow the others to the map. Oh yeah. I need to adjust that. Give me just a second. As
Yeah, that's a nice measuring tool there,
scooch
Chad.
this here.
I know, right?
I need to refresh it.
Interesting.
That
So, you
happens
know something?
sometimes with
Oh,
the
yeah,
new
I'm sure.
client.
Sometimes when he's trying to see if he can shoot Bell
Yeah, right.
at that range.
So what's the range of fireball again?
Beyond that range, 150 feet.
Interesting.
Interesting. Anyway,
So
anyway, it's less of just one boulder and more like a collection of different boulders. It's like a
Oh, it's a bunch of boulders?
it's like a rock slide, just kind of like whoosh down there. Give me a second to fix the roll20 on the stream.
To fix everything.
Dear good God, this is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want to get rid of Shad's 80-foot thing,
Yeah,
refresh roll 20.
I need to refresh it.
Well, everyone refresh roll 20.
But I don't want to. That's viable information, Phelan.
it's a nice baseline.
Okay.
So while Shad's doing this, sometime whenever we're eating, Lena will bring up, so how do we plan on dealing with the Baron Lords? We already have an idea of what to do with Rainier, but the Baron Lords and their forces.
Well, I would imagine they would be near each other, so...
Not
I imagine they're
particularly because
punk
they didn't like each other. So they might have their own districts.
It's true.
Okay, it's fixed.
We could rob them.
It's fixed.
That would be kind of nice.
So yes, you you basically have a road blockage of a large collection of boulders and rocks that just kind of like slid down from above because mountain passes. What can you
Okay.
do?
Let's see here. I just gotta check something. How do I make a square? No, that's not right. I'm trying to make a square. Square.
See, so if you go to the measure tool, you can drop down from line to square,
So that's
and then you can just do this.
Or if you're trying to draw one, go to the draw tool and hit rectangle or Control D.
snap to center, snap to corner. It's not.
Please do not abuse the tools because they will get stuck if you do them too much, I think.
It's not doing it for me.
Probably because you don't have updated Roll20 or
Oh.
the new features turned on.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to see how. Just make a huge square and tell me how big that is.
Huge is 3 squares, right?
Large is 2. Huge is 3.
It would. Well, here I would have to do it from edge to do so. 1, 2, 3. Huge would be this, the blue square.
Put that over the landslide.
Wait, which line? Because there's like 3 things all frozen on the screen.
That's for you. Need to refresh Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Percy kind of like
Three.
lazily like opens the door, points at the landslide, casts animate objects, and I make it a living huge landslide, and it clears itself out of the way.
That's not how that works. It isn't
Why not?
one object, it is a multitude of objects.
Yeah,
It is a huge mound, but it's not one object itself. Like, you can't
And,
animate a
I mean-
mound.
why not?
Because it's not a single object. If it was, like, a boulder, you could animate a boulder.
It's animate objects.
Yes, objects, meaning you can target multiple objects, but they are smaller in that instance.
Your question, if I cast animate objects on a suit of armor, would it animate each individual piece of armor or the whole suit?
It would animate probably the suit, since it is one interconnected piece. This is not one interconnected piece. This is just like a mound of debris.
A suit, I mean, it would not be interconnected. Most of the pieces of a suit of armor you just wear. Like, the only interconnected pieces are the pauldrons and the chest piece.
This is semantics. I, as the dungeon master, am ruling.
Can we go
that
through
a single
one quest without you two arguing?
Eh?
Please. For once.
Anyway, I am ruling that you cannot use a single cast of animate objects to move an entire mound.
Alright. I use animate objects to animate one huge stone and use it like a shovel to push it out of the way.
Okay, that is fine. That will take time. So,
Why? It's
because it'll take time. You get one boulder inside. The boulder has to move up, lift off to the side, hit the ground, and then shove off. Anyway, as this boulder is lifting up, moving off to the side, setting down, squishing, and then kind of like pressing and shoving off as much of this landslide as possible, you guys hear, well, is anyone outside at the moment?
yeah, me.
You? Just
Yeah.
you?
I have to be.
Okay.
Unless Percival said something. I think
Okay.
Agatha still.
Yeah, unless Percy said, "Oh, stay in the cart."
Yeah, or she said like, "What's going on?" You know.
Oh,
And she just said she was gonna clear the way, so you know that she's out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Soren's inside practicing pan flute.
Yeah, I'm
so
working on Belle.
just Percival outside.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Well,
inside.
before we go too crazy,
Okay. So, Percival, as you're kind of like lifting this boulder up, setting it down, just kind of like having it shovel dirt and mounds and so on and so forth out
No,
the
it's
way.
got sentience. It's just doing what I tell it.
Same difference. You... Out of curiosity, what is your AC?
11, Shad.
11. Okay, then.
Is
So,
someone sneaking up on me?
more like someone was already there. So,
Question.
what's up?
How close would you say they were? Were they very close?
Not very. I'm about to reveal where they were. If I go to GM Lair, as these guys take 4 arrow shots on you.
Wonderful. Oh no.
So, all 4 of them hit because your AC is 11.
They didn't roll any stealth. They just have.
They have been lying here in wait. Ambush. So, do you have the shield spell equipped?
No.
No? Okay. Alright then. So, Percival, I'd like you to roll me 4 Constitution saving throws. 2 fails, 2 successes. Okay. So, you take a grand total of 20 damage from all 4 shots as you feel a horrendous burning sensation enter your veins. And you note that these arrowheads are silvered, and they are coated in this viscous liquid that makes you feel sick to your stomach. You have disadvantage on saving throws, ability checks, and attack rolls. You are poisoned.
How would they know to use silver?
Curious indeed. With that having been said, I will now put on turn order.
Fucking Rainier.
So, I would like you guys to roll me initiative, if you would.
Even.
Where's my token? Here it is.
Holy shit.
As
Hey.
I put on...
Yeah, let me
music.
roll that. I still rolled really well.
Make my child lords. Damn it.
Do I still have exhaustion?
What did you roll for your save?
I rolled a 7.
A 7. Alright, roll me a
Yeah.
1d20.
God damn, Rencois, fucking +8 to your initiative.
Well, it's like, yes. However, I'm also thinking it's like, because I'm tired. But initiative rolls are also ability checks, aren't they?
You are not
Yeah, they are.
currently... You are not
In which
currently-
case,
You aren't currently exhausted.
oh, that's run out?
The 6 hours? Yeah, it's been 6
X.
hours.
No. Soren's not exhausted.
That's Soren.
You probably
Also,
still
for
are.
you, it's been
Yeah, you
9
definitely
days. I think you still have 1 more day left. Yes. You still have 1
But
more
that's
day.
what I just asked.
Sorry. I'm digging for
A lot of
my
things going on at
combat
once.
music track.
Well, now it's a 9.
God.
Ooh.
Did Soren roll initiative yet?
Not yet, because he's still in the caravan.
Well, yeah, we're all rolling it though.
Yeah.
I will say that
everybody's rolling?
you guys can roll initiative even if you're inside the caravan, because as Percival takes 4 arrow shots, you guys hear a alarm go off inside.
Why does it sound like that?
It's very alarming.
That's the.
It gets you up off your ass.
I suppose.
Yep. Just now I need to roll initiative for individuals.
No. If that is the alarm, the first thing Rencois will do is punch the alarm instead of these guys.
I can't add these. Okay, cool. I don't know how to add. Okay, you know what?
Let's see. While we're doing this, my spells really haven't changed at all.
Mine have changed a lot.
Oh
I changed
god,
a couple of mine.
this means I can't add. Ugh. I'm so irritated right now.
If anything, I'll switch
Suffer.
purified food and drink.
Also,
For-
question, Shad, how tall is this cliff?
Give me just a second.
Like the cliff face in front of
Wonderful
us.
question.
Because I'm really hoping it's 30. Or less.
I would say it's 30.
Huzzah.
Excellent. Then I have an idea.
Oh, I also have an idea, and it's gonna be great.
Plans are had.
So that is that. And I really. Oh. I think I know why I couldn't do it before. It's 'cause I'm dumb. There we go.
Damn.
Oh yeah, 25.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm fast as frick, boys.
Yeah. Thing is, me and Soren can only get 20 feet. So right there.
Soren can move 30.
But bunny hop.
Um,
5 times proficiency.
yeah. Oh, this is a stupid monk thing. Okay,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's an awesome monk thing
You're also
that I
a
wish I
monk.
had.
You're a monk thing.
Your face is a monk thing.
Oh, Rencois not going up there. That's the thing.
And I have no way to getting myself up there.
I can get up there.
And too bad Belle is now a humanoid.
Oh, no, she's still undead. Nothing's changed. She's still
Well,
undead.
Humanoid shape.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but it's fine. We have a way to
Bipedal.
get her up there.
Also, Percival, if you'd like to, you can give me a poisoner's or alchemist supplies check with advantage. You recognize this poison. It's called Wolf's Bane. It is specifically used against lycanthropes.
His name is unfortunate.
Mm.
I am not a wolf.
Lycanbane. It's called Lycanbane. There you go.
I was gonna say, it's like, there's more than one type.
Yeah,
It's not all these damn dogs.
Let's put the
This is-
lycanthropic.
This
You
is
bloody-
typecasting.
Alright.
Furries.
Hashtag
So,
not all lycans.
Agathar, you are the first.
I am a Corvinthrop, you know.
I am a Corvinthrop, you bastard.
You damn furries.
Anyway, Agathar, it is your go. What are you gonna do?
Cool.
The
How-
alarm rings
I-
off. I will say it's 15 feet
Yeah.
of movement to get out of the cart.
Okay. Because this whole time after discussion with Soren, I've been working on trying to have a clothesline loop to Belle. And so as I was doing that, the alarm ran off, and then just we were snapped out of our trance, and then just, oh shit! And me and Belle are going to bolt out, and that's 15 movement. And I kind of see the situation going on. So
You run out, you see 4 individuals that are standing on the rock ridge.
wonderful. Then in that case, 30 feet there. I am going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step myself up.
Sure.
Just 30 feet.
Yeah, you can misty step yourself up on
So
there.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna need you to roll me an acrobatics check as you land on the edge, though, because it is.
I have a
reflecting up
climbing
there.
speed.
Oh well, never
Okay.
mind then.
Yeah, I'm a jungle kobold. I can climb.
Yeah, never mind.
So I want to move since it's 15 feet, I have 35, and then my speed changes to 40 when I climb. So I think I could get to here, Misty Step, here. And then as I Misty Step, I want Belle to mimic the Misty Step as I get up there. And then
Oh.
I want her to climb up a little bit and then Misty Step on the other side. And I want to give in to the spell mimicry. So she's Misty Stepped with me up.
Okay then. There's her once per day spell mimicry.
And then because that was a bonus action, I'm gonna take a slash at this guy
How dare?
With,
Go ahead, roll the hit.
with all of my gibbons. Here we go. Cool. Wonderful.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. All right.
Oof.
Yeah, that does not bode well. Okay, cool.
Does, however, track.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So-
Bell goes immediately after me, right?
Yes. You would technically need to command her as your bonus action, but you probably gave her a command on your way out.
Yeah,
It's whatever. You're all good.
it's Bell. She sort of knows what's going on.
Alright. What's she doing?
She's gonna kick this guy off the ledge.
No!
towards
How dare you!
towards everybody.
You've been playing too much Baldur's Gate 3, haven't you?
I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate.
Alright,
I
alright,
saw
alright.
the ledge and I had like a lens flare. My neuron
Roll-
activated.
roll me athletics.
Come on, Bell.
Ooh.
20.
Let's go.
No!
Duality of man.
Alright,
Let's go,
alright,
Bell.
alright. He might natural
She
20
kicks that-
back.
She kicks that fucker down the cliff behind us.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We just
Yeah. Bell
Uh,
literally like, you guys like, I don't know, no one watched. I think fucking Percival sees Bell just like, you see her perfectly mimic Agathar's motion of Misty Step, and then just appears up, and then suddenly the guy Wilhelm screams.
just
we just hear the fucking home run bat sound from Smash Bros.
The guy disappears, you hear the ding, and he's gonna be like, game!
Yeah, go.
Alright then,
Like
alright.
all three of those guys up there.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's like you kick him off. He's like tell my family I
I won't.
love them. Soren, your turn.
I'm gonna fuck your wife.
I'm sad because I wanted
Oh
to,
God.
because I wanted to. I'm kind of sad because I wanted to try something cool, but since the move's already done and he's already down here, like I was gonna see if like Soren could like jump up and just like kind of like bifurcate him on the way over, and then.
Oh.
That would have been so cool.
But let's see.
All
He's
right,
first
so
going to.
15 feet of movement. You get out the car,
Do-
All right, so he's still got 15 left. He
and his bonus action
enters-
bunny hop.
nope. He enters Arashi stance for his bonus action.
Oh.
And 5. And how far away is that boy? Not cone line. There we go. That boy is within range. And he's going to burn a negative balance. And he's going to make 2 attacks.
All right. I believe they are both at disadvantage because of the range.
Would
Oof.
you?
Wow.
No, it's a 2060.
Yeah, and that is outside your 20
Yeah.
foot
Yeah,
range.
60 is long range.
Oh, 60 is long. Well, they're within 30 feet though, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You can
so-
attack them just at disadvantage.
Yes. Like
Well,
20
that-
feet is your
that's
short
not
range.
gonna-
If you would.
Oh,
anyway.
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 feet is your short range.
Anything below 20 is like normal
Okay.
attack. Anything above it is disadvantage.
Up to 60
Yes.
is
Up to 60.
disadvantage. Anything past that is out of range.
Hey, that hits
Yeah.
though.
That's it. God
So
damn.
he needs to make a strength saving throw now.
Oh no.
Soren, you almost
Oh,
stepped in
no.
on that, and you still
Oh
hit him,
no, I
Soren.
just saw it. I just saw what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Bastard!
Oh, he's
What's you,
he's gone. Yeah, okay, roll 3d6.
see, what's funny is that's basically what Rencois has planned.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So yeah,
Okay.
he gets into his stance, and you just hear him just go, and then take 2 attacks, and this guy just gets yanked off of the top cliff from his second attack hitting because the first one freaking crit.
I mean, hey, it was more than enough. Like you hit this man, and you see like your wind blade kind of like caress around him, and he's like, "Oh, this feels pretty."
Oh, that's pretty nice. It's not nice anymore.
You see
And-
that
and just-
tiny
and
little
just-
Not nice.
snowball
Not
just
nice.
went, "Oh,
Not nice at all.
And then he
Fred, no!
and then he just kind of like splats on the ground next to you, just like. Ugh.
I'm assuming I can't blow 2 balances on the same turn, right? I have to wait until the next turn before I can use my next.
Next turn, yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's going to be actually no. Where's
Ooh.
Percival?
Percival's to your right, behind
So-
you.
Yeah. So Soren's only got 5 feet of movement left anyway, so he's gonna start making his way over this way, and that'll be his turn.
Okay. Cycling through things. Soren, Bubby,
Yes.
and Percival.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, yeah, that's gonna hit. Let me go back to this. You guys watch as 2 more individuals stand up with longbows in their hands. And Soren, you see a strange
Oh, there's the other one.
a strange arrow land at your feet and explode in a gaseous cloud that kind of like envelops you fully, and you feel your clothes begin to kind of like get very restrictive and just start tightening up around your chest, and no one can see you currently. As for you, Percival, roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Shad. So I failed my con save. How much health am I at?
No health loss, and also, sorry, no health loss from that attack. From that,
No,
though,
I'm talking about from the poison.
yeah. I'm getting it.
I'll use
that'll-
lucky and I'll choose the 17.
Okay. That'll be 21 for the max health loss. All right.
Me or him?
On him. And as for you,
From his
Percival,
chest poison.
And as for you, Percival, another strange arrow lands at your feet and shatters into another gaseous cloud that just kind of like envelops you fully. And you kind of like fight off the effects despite the poison. And you get a second arrow shot at you.
I'm assuming at disadvantage considering I'm heavily obscured now.
He has a need to hit you. Another Constitution saving throw, please. And this time, you get a 9.
What the fuck?
How about I cancel that out?
You certainly can. Go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage.
I'll take
Wait,
another lucky point.
Go ahead.
Oof.
13, I guess.
Yep. As the second arrow shatters at your feet, and you feel more of this gaseous, noxious black liquid filter through the air around you, you can't help but breathe it in a little bit, and you feel your eyesight go immediately. You are blinded.
Alright.
Rencois, it is your turn.
Make me big. Or normal size.
Normal size. Oh yeah, you're right. You're no longer tiny.
Yeah.
Yes, I have said it 3 times.
I'm
4.
sorry.
Well, yes, now 4.
I thought you were talking about like your potions of growth, and I'm like, wait, what? When did you make
No,
those?
no, not yet. As Rencois will come to here, look up eeny,
saw-
meeny, miny,
Speaking of which, you saw the arrows shoot down and shatter glass around your 2 compatriots.
Yeah, did I see which one it came from?
You saw the arrows come from this guy and this guy specifically.
Oh, there's
Okay.
a guy all the way over there.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
Oh,
get
so
to
you're-
them.
So your
Zoom
old arrow
out.
disappeared.
So eeny, meeny, miny, you, as she will look at the guy on the right, and she will whip out her hand.
Oh, speaking of which, Agathar, you're up there. I completely forgot.
Hi.
Yeah, she will look.
Yeah, let me know what it is to hit, because
No, it's nothing to hit. It's actually quite interesting. There's a
Okay.
giant. There are giant lizards up here.
Oh.
Sorry, continue, Rencois.
Yep, she will look at the guy on the cliff up to the right. Eeny, meeny, miny, you.
Oh no. No! No, that hits!
Yeah.
Ah! Roll your thorn whip damage, and then roll the extra 3d6.
Yeah, so there's the 7 piercing.
Nice.
Are they alive after 22?
No, like you throw your whip out and just like wrap it around his waist. He's like, huh, and just like blick! Just like his head cracks open against the rocks next to you.
Cool. And then I guess she will bunny hop over here.
Oh no!
Since I may as well use my bonus
You
action.
You can actually bunny hop up the ridge right here because it's like 20 feet up.
Well, yes, but wouldn't I need to do an acrobatics if I did that?
You would.
In which case, I will go over here where I'm squarely up top.
Fair enough. Then you do so.
Chunk, 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 chunk.
You
As she will just bunch her legs under herself, spring up on top of the cliff, and just the one leg like spin around as she takes a stance and aims the sickle at the other guy and the lizard up top. Who are you? What do you want?
The guy doesn't say anything as it is not his turn yet. First of all,
All right. Give me a moment. Percy's reeling a touch.
she also be blinded.
Blinded is relative in Percy's sake.
It's like, oh no, I can see 0 feet instead of 10.
Let's see here.
Also, roll
40.
me
What is-
4 concentration checks on animate objects.
Oh, that dropped long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Percy was already doing it.
I forgot until just now.
I forbore.
Okay, so Smudge appears on her hat after having kind of been invisible this time. She kind of slips behind the cart as she hands them something. You know what to do with this. And
Go do a crime.
they fly off. They'll use a dash action. Not quite far enough. One sec. Let me get a better idea here. I need to. Forgive me. My turn has changed a few times considering what's been happening.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
How big?
There's a lot going on.
Maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. What is the range on this spell? 30 feet. That's not long. Oh shit, I don't got a whole lot of long range stuff. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Seeing as she... knows that she's likely to go first, so she steps around the corner. Smudge does appear, crawls across her hat, rests on the brim of it, and opens their eyes to reveal the same kind of eyes that Percy has, and she just shuts her own blind ones at the moment, looking through his. And she will cast haste on Soren before just kind of hopping up and disappearing into the caravan.
Okay. Fair enough. I will allow a rule of cool on that one, because technically speaking, it takes an action to see through your familiar's eyes, but it's okay. I allow it.
Is it?
Yep.
Let me look.
Valen, it is your turn. You see Percival slam back into the cart, kind of like clearly unable to see. Normally, as she has kind of like her raven familiar kind of like on top of her head with these blue aura colored eyes. She's just kind of like walking around. She has a few arrow wounds in her that do not seem to be healing.
So what's the situation out there? Pretty bad, I assume.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm having a great time. Yeah, no, it's an ambush. How about you do something about it? While I try to wash the shit out of my eyes.
Let's see. Don't look to be doing so good. I can... Do you want to see, or do you want to feel not poisoned, I'm assuming?
I'm inside. Go out there and do something about it. I have a spell on Soren.
Alright. So Valen will go outside and taking a look around. Sees this one.
Oh no.
I only have one spell that'll reach him, funnily enough. Or unfortunately, right? No, I have cantrips that can. Yeah, let's just do cantrip damage.
So, Valen,
Sacred Flame.
very minor aside. As you step out of the carriage and you look around to behold the area in front of you, you watch as someone who's been waiting for you to come out
Oh shit.
stands up. If I can... Oh, I have the wrong tool select. There we go. They stand up from their position and they point a finger at you as they hold open a scroll and shout out, "Debilis!" I would like you to roll me an intelligence saving throw. You have a 6. No. Your intelligence save is a 6.
Fortune's casting.
Yup.
Divination wizards are a lot less fun when they're not on our side. Gotta say.
You take 17 psychic damage, and before this effect takes place, I will give you, Rencois, and Agathar a Arcana check at advantage.
Yeah, because it's a spell.
Remember, Soren, your AC is boosted by 2.
18.
23.
23. Agathar, Rencois, that person, you watch as their scroll burns away into nothingness as they have cast Feeble Mind on Valen.
Oh, fuck!
And Valen, as
What does Feeble Mind do?
I will tell you the effects here in a second.
Not
You're-
good things.
You're useless now.
That's
So,
not true. He doesn't cast with intelligence.
it says you cannot cast spells, period.
Oh.
Anyway, as I was going to say,
It's fine. He has a war pact.
As this spell takes effect over your mind, you feel a reverberation run through it, and you hear a scream of pain, that of a child's. And then you hear a male's voice. You won't learn unless you suffer, Valen. And then you hear a cracking sound. And then your mind is gone.
Oh, look, it's the character development. It came knocking.
I know, right?
And then your mind is gone. And the spell you were just about to whisper from your lips vanishes like dust in the wind. And you forget what you were doing. Your mind becomes this unintelligible scramble of thoughts. And as your arms droop to your side and you begin to drool a little bit from your mouth, all of you guys hear, "Alright, boys! Pack it up and let's get it on out of here!" At which point, I will reveal the rest.
As he reveals the other 30 assassins. Jesus, I was kidding.
And you watch as each of these guys hops onto their lizards, respectively, with their remaining held actions, or gets pulled onto their lizards by compatriots of theirs. And with their commander's word, they all take the dash action. And
Agathar, there's one lizard that you can punch in the face when it runs.
Yeah, right.
Do it.
as these lizards scale the walls as if they are nothing. Pull this guy up here.
Grab his dick and twist it.
That's pretty much what I did to Valen.
So
Rencois,
we're definitely going to come back and kill them.
Rencois, you see an immediate sense of relief cross the one guy's face who was like right next to you, who was like about to get fucking nuked.
Yeah, well, you see about that, Chad.
As he's like,
that's
ah! Oh
that
no!
One lizard's running away. It's not going to.
No, the lizard. But what did the lizard ever do to you?
22 to hit, and I think I should still have booming blade since I tried to do that.
It's when you take the attack.
It's when I take the attack. Okay,
Yes.
so I don't get booming blade, but I still get sneak. So here's this. So that's 12.
12.
And then
You get sneak attack. The spell was right next to it.
Yeah. So that's 22 total.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, it didn't get to the top of my turn, so Belle doesn't have a reaction.
Alright, so that's 22 damage that this lizard takes. You watch it just go from full to half health as it just scampers away. It's like just scurrying. As
Just does the lizard thing, the tail pops off.
yeah, I know that the tail pop. Like you slice the tail off, it just starts flopping about in front of you. It goes to these guys' turns. They take their mounts and they fucking vamoose. Ew.
Come on, Vamonos.
We better get the fuck out of here. Those guys are out of combat, so I will remove them. Agathar, it is your turn again.
Cool. 35. 35. Shit. Actually, do 35 there, bonus action. So if I get, fuck. You know what? Shit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go 35 here, and that fucker that is it gone. Agathar just lets out like a like a loud roar as I didn't
Oh, no.
rewrite. I didn't rewrite the spell, but I'm gonna hit that guy with a with a
no.
lizard. I'm gonna do bonus action because I'm not gonna dash. I'm gonna do a bonus action steady aim, and then I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at a 3rd level.
Okay, that's
that
a
is
lot
the
less
highest.
worse. Are you hitting the lizard?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm hitting the lizard.
No,
I don't have.
not the lizard.
I don't have lightning bolt prepared today.
Sure thing. Go ahead and roll me the attack with advantage.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah. I could nuke one of those guys, but maybe I'll get a crit here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm losing my place. Witch Bolt. Here we go. So that's. Oh, sorry, that was only one.
Crit
I rolled the
fish.
exact same, so 15.
Yeah, it hits. You hit.
Alright.
Roll your 3rd level Witch Bolt damage.
Not great. Only 10.
14.
14. 14.
All right. You watch as this lizard's tail pops off and just flops down the mountainside and just lands here and just starts flopping about all over the place, just like flop, 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 flop.
Mhm.
But that is your go, right?
Yeah, and then Bella's just gonna start walking towards me.
All right. These guys continue to run off the map. So the only guys that are left are these guys, and these guys.
Oh, I should have shot my gun. God damn it.
Soren,
At least I would have gotten sneak off of it.
Now, I want to preface this. Very minor side, I want to preface this. Soren came to me and asked for this.
Well,
and I delivered.
I didn't ask for it. It was just something that we both had talked about, and I thought it would be cool.
You thought it would be
Soren,
cool.
what the
So,
fuck did you do?
before he says anything, is the cloud around Soren still?
It's still
active?
there. It's still there, but it's slowly dissipating and falling away from him.
As it clears,
Percival was able to
Sorry, go.
catch your fluffy tail with her spell. That's how she's able to get you with it.
So like as the smoke clears, he begins to look around, and you hear a voice come from where he was standing say, "All right, where the fuck did they go? Wait, what is happening?"
Wait, did he get
Wait.
tinied?
He said his clothes got tighter. Wouldn't he have gotten bigger?
Oh my god.
I think it was
Soren
I think it was
small.
supposed to be looser, but he's smallren.
He's small.
As the smoke clears, hey Soren, describe yourself.
So I don't know if I wanted to go with the one you wanted to do, but I don't know if I have a choice in this matter.
It's up to you, man. I don't give a shit.
So, you basically see Soren, but a little more, shall we say, bountiful in the chest region.
Oh,
and a little bit.
Oren, you've suddenly
that's-
become more
no.
desirable.
No fucking way.
Oh, that's even better than smallren.
He's like kind of like looking at himself, and like just basically his hands just start shaking, and he looks over at Valen and then back towards like the caravan. He's just looking around panicked, and then he looks over at Rencois and he just starts panicking, and he runs into the caravan.
So fast.
Yeah.
he just neumes into the caravan past Percival, who's like, what the fuck?
You're supposed to
Yeah.
be fighting. By the way, nice tits.
One,
You can't see me,
two,
shut up.
3, 4. All of these guys sprint off the map with their mounts. The only guys that are left are these two little sorry dudes right here in the corner.
That is
Rencois?
unfortunate for them.
I mean,
Because-
one of them's getting witch bolted currently. Oh no!
Yeah, that is
Lizard's getting witch bolted.
because Chill Touch has 120-foot range.
It sure does.
It sure indeed does. So that's what's happening to
To the lizard.
them. Yeah.
All right, then roll to hit. I feel so bad for these lizards. They're just doing their jobs, man.
Does an
Yeah, that
18
lizard.
hit?
They were hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Yeah,
7
that-
necrotic.
There's no such thing as a
22
bad
damage
lizard.
total. He isn't dead yet. Very hurt though. And with that, Percival, I'm assuming
Well, yeah,
you're.
Ren's-
Oh, sorry. Continue with your movie.
Yeah,
Rencois.
No, it's yeah. She would like suck her teeth, realizing it's not going to go down, and she's going to start making her way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back towards the caravan.
All right, Percival, what are you doing inside your caravan?
Potion.
Potion. Okay, like drinking a healing potion or drinking like.
Yeah, I drink a healing potion.
Alright.
I don't have any like antidotes or shit right now.
Okay, 10 hit points back to you.
No, I take a good one.
Oh, okay. Well then, go ahead and restore however many hit points you're gonna restore. And if that's
See,
all you're doing,
And while you're doing that, you basically just hear a door slam inside the caravan.
well, let me talk to you too. You know what I do? As I hear a slam, I'm like, you know what? And I drop haste.
so Soren, inside your room, you slam the door shut, and you're like, oh, and just collapse on the floor. Lethargy wave.
Well, at least he's got a nice cushion to land on now.
It's
Of course,
painful.
I understand that that's very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still hurts.
So, Valen, you
I'm
recognize
incapacitated.
you're not incapacitated. You recognize your friends, and you recognize that they're like running around doing stuff, but you're not sure what they're doing. You're just like in this state of, well, for lack of a better term, head empty, no thoughts.
There's this woman here who somehow took Soren's clothes. You don't know how she did it, but she seemed to be really fast about it.
Wow, man.
She also has his swords. How is she using swords?
Wow. Big trip, man.
Yeah, I can't do anything because I'm reading the spell.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yep.
for,
I desperately need Rencois to see Phelan.
So, for
It's like,
for
Why does he look dumber than normal?
So, for the viewership, Feeble Mind, you blast the mind of a creature that you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. The target takes 4d6 psychic damage
Personality?
and must
And
make
charisma.
an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma scores become 1. The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw against the spell. If it succeeds on its saving throw, the spell ends.
Every 30 days?
Every 30 days.
The spell can also be ended by a Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish spell. It can also be dispelled by Dispel Magic because it is a magical effect. DC 18 on the
Oh
ability.
no, we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I'm the only one who can do it.
I
Yeah.
have Dispel Magic.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
thank God.
Do you?
Oh, that's right. I don't.
I'm the only one who can do it, and
Hold on, let me check. The spell magic is what, second level?
Third
or is
level.
it third?
Third.
Shit, then yeah, Rencois doesn't have it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I never had it in the first place.
And with that, I'm gonna say combat is over, as
Hold on. Man.
like the pawn, like these guys here go last, and they go after Valen, and they just zoom off into nothingness.
Oh, they go after Valen. Shit. Okay.
So as all these guys leave, Agathar and Rencois and Valen, you get to see pretty stuff in the sky. All three of you watch as being written into the sky with a skywrite spell is a very simple message. Ramier sends his regards.
Fucker.
Welcome to Mirzai.
How did they know we would be here?
By the way,
'Cause he
Field
knows.
Line is an 8th level spell, so
Yeah, that makes sense. Agathar just screams in the air. And Rencois, do you understand Draconic?
Yes.
The words that are
Her
coming out
mother
of
is a
Agathar's-
kobold.
Yeah. The words that are coming out of Agathar's mouth will not be repeated in this voice. But he is screaming at this guy, so furious.
Rencois just like she's running back and she kind of slows down for a second. She's like, oh wow.
the like, yo mother, you son of.
It's
like the SpongeBob
he's
censor.
no. He speaks.
No,
he's, Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, if anyone has seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, it's the scene when Yugi sets up Yami Yugi with the date with Paya, and Yugi just goes on like a 40-second rant that is like 60% bleeps.
My thought line
that
was
is hilarious.
my thought line was the wizard swear from Potter Puppet Pals. The elders swear. Your mother is a in Laura Nibson. Yes. Combat over. Welcome to Mirzai,
So-
everyone.
So
I
everyone,
gotta know
here's
how,
my-
like,
Place already.
were these people just sitting here for like a week waiting for us to come?
Probably.
'Cause they
Most
couldn't have known
likely.
we were coming.
They probably just ambush whoever
That's an
shows
excellent
up.
question.
I don't know. I'll be back since my character
So-
is currently indisposed.
So, with that, I think I'm gonna call the end of the session there.
Oh fuck you!
Come on, we still got half an hour.
We still got half an hour.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. I will let it.
It's only
continue.
9:37.
It's only been-
Don't you dare end this session short, damn you, Shad!
Not right now.
Not right now.
I will send you to Jesus.
Jesus.
I was sent you to Jesus.
Percy, you go back inside the car. You just see Percy like,
Oh, also
Uh,
Percy, Poisoner's Kit.
all right, I'll roll again.
Okay. You identify the poison in your eyes as being malice. It is a poison that blinds you for an hour.
It's also from Baldur's Gate.
Huh. It's actually just in the 5th edition D&D poison section.
That's where they get it.
No, it's in the
Oh, is it?
GMG. It's
Yeah.
also, it's
I
also in
wasn't
the GMG.
I swear I was just thinking because you've been playing, you would also might have just been like taking shit. You're like, oh, that's in D&D. I'll use that.
Most stuff in Baldur's Gate is actually from.
It is.
Yeah.
So you go in, you just see Percy like kind of doubled over as you see these arrows kind of wiggling and getting pulled up. And then unseen servants is like, no, a lighter touch,
It's very obvious whenever you see the arrows being pulled out that they're all silvered.
sizzling assholes.
Yeah. Agathar's the last one in, and then like.
Is
shoving
he? I don't. Is
her-
this somebody ushering Valen in? He's a drooling. He's,
Yeah. Well, if Valen. Yeah,
I mean, Valen can follow you guys
yeah, no.
in.
Yeah, Valen can follow.
Like
Rencois
Valen probably
be doing.
stares
Yeah.
up at the sky, looking at the pretty lights for about a half a minute, and then he's like, "Oh,
Grounds
Yeah,
himself in the rain.
Rencois like definitely like approaches, sees him just standing there. It's like, hey, snapping in his face. Hey, Earth to Valen. Oh, God, he's even dumber than usual right now. Come on. And she'll just grab him by the hand and start dragging him into the cart.
And then you just see the arrows slowly getting tugged out of Percy by the unseen servants. It's like,
Oh yeah, no. As soon as she sees that, it's like Valen's a vegetable. He'll be fine. He's not going anywhere. She'll rush over to.
he went from a
You know, like,
peanut to a zucchini in like 0 flat.
and she'll like rush over and like start doing what she can of first aid.
All right, I'm back.
Valen, you got pulled inside the
Like, she'll
car.
probably.
Cause chaos, Valen. Go touch things.
Nah.
He's no more dangerous than he was before. He only lost like 1 or 2 points.
Oh,
That was a shit.
shush.
God
That was
damn.
a shit medicine roll. But she'll also
Ugh.
pop a healing word.
Okay, you're twisting. Okay, that felt better.
You're twisting it. You're twisting it. Okay, that felt better.
And
They
then
are. They're barbed.
And then Rencois starts to pull one out, and Percival just goes, "Please hard to roll me."
Oof.
What?
What?
That's what I say.
Anyway, moving along.
Yeah. So yeah, Agathar's the last one in. He's barreling in, and then behind him, Belle is dragging. I don't say dragging. She unceremoniously has one of the corpses that they have on the ground in her hand, and she's carrying it by his head, and then just tossing it in unceremoniously in the middle of the room, and then Agathar just points at it and casts Speak with Dead.
All right. You trace along the air these ethereal dark green symbols, and you then reach out and grab them before kind of crushing them in your hand, as that same energy kind of expands outwards from within your hand and slithers into the orifices of this corpse before lifting it up off the ground as these eyes open up and get this emerald green sheen to them.
Baldur's Gate.
I always had the emerald green sheen of necromancy in the eyes of corpses. Shush.
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate.
Anyway.
People off the cliff. Baldur's Gate.
Gators Ball.
Gators Bowl.
Anyway, moving along.
Moving on.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Getting right to the point, Agathar just looks coldly at this corpse and just because the woman who
You
had
realize you're talking to a mind flayer.
Headers Wall.
the person who used the scroll, was that a woman or was that a male?
Roll perception.
Okay. Perception. Oh shit. Software.
Yes, it was a female.
Okay, so just right up to the point coldly. The female who used to use the feeble mind scroll, who is that?
Your mama.
Baldur's Gate.
Well,
Baldur's Gate.
if you would be so kind as to ping for me the Speak with Dead spell.
So I was gonna try and stop you, but I didn't get in time. You're too passionate.
So, sliding along down to the bottom. Ah, yes. You get the response of, which one?
They had multiple scrolls. How long were you waiting for this ambush?
10 minutes.
Anywhere between 5 to 100 days.
Who sent you?
You know
get him out. And then Bell just grabs him unceremoniously by the head and then just storms out and then just chucks his corpse off the ledge.
I have 2 more questions.
You'll never answer them, be ever forever awake.
Yeah.
It only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, it only lasts 10 minutes.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, and I start using prestidigitation to clean up the blood off the floor, and with a growl, he says, "That was our welcoming gift from Raymir."
He must have actual eyes on us. Because the Caligran is warded against all divination. So, that's cool. Though, if the guy was correct, he could have been here for a while, just hold up. Assuming we would take the only road in. It's not a hard ask to assume. We would go the only safe road.
Yeah, makes sense.
Huh.
I look at Valen
Well,
and just...
I can't particularly say I wasn't expecting a welcoming committee.
It was just a little over-prepared. Do you mind mixing me a tincture for my eyes? I can't see a damn thing, and Smudge's vision is not my favorite.
Shouldn't Percival ask if Valen could help her out with it?
Valen, I look over to Valen. He's looking particularly more stupid than usual.
Yeah, it was a
That's
feeble...
what I said. Is that what happened?
Yes, it was a feeble mind spell.
I could assume a lot of strange magic was going on. Something had definitely happened to Soren. He hissy-fitted his way all the way up to his room.
Really? Is he okay?
I don't know. I dropped the spell and heard him go thump, so I'm imagining he probably fell asleep.
How long does the lethargy last?
Only like 6
6
seconds.
seconds.
6 seconds.
Okay. Like
I'll
one
go
round,
check
that's
on
right.
him. Yeah. I'll go check on him. And then Agathar goes to Soren's room. And then Bell is just like... starts like... Bell is gonna start assisting with the tea making.
So before you actually get to his door, it opens, and you can see this female Orictali wearing the old kimono and hakama that Soren used to, but this Orictali seems to have the same fur coloring and pattern that Soren did, and the same hair color that he did, and the same eye color that he did. And he sees Agathar and just stops. Just like kind of looking at him.
That cream section on his chest has stretched out a bit more.
Agathar also stops when he sees this. No, Agathar is a smart boy.
It's like Agathar.
Well, he's
Agathar.
he's
Oh, wow! I didn't know Orictali could change sex too.
You were trying.
Wow.
But yeah, like,
You were trying to say, Soren.
Soren. The kimono would absolutely look a little bit tighter on him because he has tried to tighten that thing as tight as possible to make sure it doesn't fly open. But he's just kind of like they're just like looking at Agathar just frozen in place. But he has the red shirt he was wearing during the battle in his hand, and he doesn't say anything.
A couple of you see the gears turning in Agathar's head as his eyes start going wide, and he turns a little red. Soren?
Oh, it's me.
I have several questions.
You have several questions.
First of all, you look great. Second of all, are you okay?
He frowns at the first question, and he says, "Because I knew that was coming from a place of kindness, I'm going to let it slide. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. Mostly
Heavy in the
confusion.
chest.
Can I?
Shut up! You can't see me!"
Can I?
Not true. See, as fucking Percy and Rencois come like trundling up the steps as I'm being carried because I can't see where I'm going, but I can see through Smudge's eyes.
Can I make some sort of check to see how the fuck?
Sure. Roll Arcana.
Arcana. Is this with advantage for Mel's training, or is this different?
No. I would say Percival. I would say Percival would have advantage because alchemy.
Witchcraft.
I rolled a natural one. That's my third one today.
Oof. I would say
Roll
you
20,
would.
please.
I would say you would normally have a natural have an advantage on this, but You do not in this instance, Percival, because it is canceled out by your poison condition.
You just kind of squint at him. Am I Arcana or Poison or Alchemy hit?
Your choice.
23.
23. You have mild experience with these types of droughts. Back in your clan, they would often make a couple of them here and there and sell them to the populace, but they are known as transmogrifying potions.
I use those to churn into bun circle.
No. These are much more simple. They simply switch your gender.
She looks him up and down.
Well,
Is it permanent or not?
They switch your sex, and yes,
I get
it is permanent until another potion is applied.
I look them up and down and is like, nice tits.
My head shoots over to look at Percival.
His frown goes even deeper.
She just starts cackling.
Rencois will flick one of those big goblin ears. Don't be rude.
It's a drought. I could make another. Take some time.
You can't. You don't have the ingredients.
Why? So?
You don't have the ingredients.
I could buy them. I'm fucking rich.
I mean, sure.
Yeah,
So
cool.
yeah, Soren has a shirt in his hand, and like the old shirt that he was wearing when that drought hit, and he basically just like kind of drops it on the floor after Percival says what she says, and he goes, "Hopefully you can get enough information for what to counter whatever the hell this was from that." And he just kicks it over to Percival, and then just goes back into his room.
I know what it is. Oh, why did I say it like that?
What did he drop?
I know what it. It's his shirt.
Oh.
I know what it is. You just need the things to create a tincture.
He's already closed the door. He seemed a little bit incensed at your
You
comment.
can still your door's made of paper. You can hear me.
Okay,
No,
well, I mean,
you can't. Yeah, honestly, the doors are all private. It's like, what's up there, Ross?
Rencois will be like,
sorry, go ahead.
oh no, Rencois just kind of lets out a heavy sigh and is like, let's just get you to your room.
Okay. You know, it's nice that you finished a lot of your alchemy training. I don't know how good my hands will be with a weird set of vision. So I'm going to have to walk you through the potion I'm going to need to see again.
Oh. Either it'll work or I'll turn you into a toad. Time to roll the dice.
That's not really a roll of dice. It's a very different mixture.
All right.
As we walk over to the room and the door shuts slowly.
Agatha lets out a sigh and then scratches the back of his head. You idiot, don't leave with that. Belle? And Belle's head sort of from the side of the the entrance of the hallway.
Let me have a little control over Belle.
No, go for it. Yeah, sorry.
Little head pops up.
Can you keep an eye on Valen? Make sure he gets to his room.
Thumbs up.
They have thumbs?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's like a suit of armor now.
Oh.
Yeah. She's like an animated armor now.
All right.
Interesting.
And
She's
where
being
are you?
added to the waifu collection.
Yeah. Shit.
He is already.
God damn it! I made another one.
He's already
Ow!
he's already workshopping Build-A-Bay as we speak.
She's the prototype.
She's the prototype.
So
Wouldn't Soy Fang be the prototype then? Were they alpha?
Anyway, so you probably go to your room at this point in time. Unless you want to try talking to Soren.
I checked to see if his door is unlocked.
it's not.
Cool. All right.
Like there was a quite loud latch after it
Yeah.
slammed shut.
Yeah, I gotta. That's a sigh. Just, hey, you dumbass. And then he walks to his room.
Valen, as you are seated within the confines of the little living room area, your mind, this
Little.
soup of, well, you know what I mean. This your mind, this soup of unintelligible thoughts. Belle approaches you and kind of just like offers you a hand.
Who's the smart one now, bitch?
And you recognize and you recognize that, you know, that Belle is an ally, and you're like, oh,
Oh shit, I'm that one character, that one Espada from Bleach.
but oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But something else happens. I would like you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Shit, where'd I put my sheet?
That's what the fuck?
Shit, this behind Discord? Yes, it is. You said charisma, what?
Yeah, so it's a
Charisma saving throw.
-5.
Alright. So it's actually a
-4.
Yeah, -2.
2. I am proficient in it.
Oh, fair enough.
9.
All right. So, with a 9, you see Belle, and then you blink, and then you see a very beautiful-looking Orictali woman standing before you.
Oh, hey, Soren. I'm just kidding.
And you lift your hands up, and a single word utters from your mouth.
Mommy?
Mama. Because you recognize your mother. She's taking you somewhere. There's a soft smile on her face. But you can roll insight if you want.
That you should still be good at.
Small thing. I can't communicate, so.
You can. It says you can't communicate in any intelligible way.
Yeah, so
A
you're like
single
little
word.
Bobby.
A single word is not a intelligible way. Especially when it's something
Alright,
as
Valen, you gotta start
esoteric
with your
as
ABCs.
just, especially not if it's something as esoteric as just mama, and that's it.
Well, I won't understand whatever's going on because I can't
God
understand
damn
language.
it, Agathar. I heard that shit.
You said insight?
Insight, yes. 16. You can't help but feel as if there's something wrong. As if she's smiling, but it's not quite reaching her eyes.
Guide.
And sure, you're going to follow along, but for some reason, you don't want to. What does Valen do? Does he follow along with this person, or does he stay in his seat?
I think you.
No character development. No character development.
I think he'll just stay there.
Okay.
Because, yeah, his mind isn't there, but he still has those feelings of insightfulness, so to speak.
He has.
He's dumb, but he's wise.
He has an empathic connection. I understand.
Yeah.
Well, his mother grabs him instead and starts pulling him further into the carriage.
Mama is weirdly strong.
He can roll athletics if he wishes to try and fight back.
Wow, so far everything that I'm proficient in.
Damn.
19. Agathar,
Want me to
roll.
roll for Bell?
Yeah, roll for Bell.
Wow, with a 2 and a 4.
All right. You break free of your mother's grip, and the second you do, it's no longer your mother, but that strange skeletal creature, that nice bone person. But where'd mother go? And I think that is where we're going to end session today, is you kind of stand there confused and are slowly escorted back to your room by Belle, given some water, and laid down for some sleep. It's time for your nap anyway, isn't it? So, did everyone enjoy the session?
So I'll be rolling up a new character for now.
You're not rolling up a new character.
Oh, I don't think anyone can dispel this.
Well, we have a way, but
There are
Percival
options.
probably won't let us.
There are... I will say there are options to dispel this effect. And they are options that you will have access to whenever you hit Fort Providence.
Hopefully my girl's voice wasn't too cringe.
No, it was really good. Anyway, with that, I believe we will settle into the post-stream. Everyone, say goodbye to the people. Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Percival, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Rencois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye to the people.
Soren, say goodbye to the people.
I'm physically and emotionally confused.
And Valen, say goodbye to the people.
You'll get used to it.
I shall deny any and all character development, even in Feebled.
Anyway, and from all of us to all of you, thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, follow the Twitch channel, give us a Prime sub if you want, however you want to roll with it. We stream weekly on Tuesdays at 5:30 CST or Central Standard Time, and the VOD goes up again on Wednesday at 5:30 Central Standard Time as well. So if you didn't catch us here live on Twitch, you can catch us there on the VOD the next day. So remember to always have a wonderful day and to enjoy yourselves quite thoroughly. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.